Wait, so y'all saw the Cam Newton video? On the
I did not.
Out here looking like every evil villain and shit.
He had his Darkwing Duck hat on. But no, he was on a flight, and he was offering somebody $1,500 to give up their seat because he needed more leg room.
So
what would the number have to be for you to give up your seat on the plane?
1,500.
Give up my seat on the plane for another seat on the plane.
Or another seat on the plane.
Like, he said the number, 15.
Honestly, if you start with 15, I'd probably go.
I'm like, I'm cool, because I feel like if I say something else, it's kind of ridiculous.
But I mean, okay, like,
you started at 15, I'm comfortable with that.
If he didn't start,
I don't know how your pockets looking, man. If you start with 15, you must be good.
But by that logic, if he started at 15, you could probably get $3,000 out of it.
First of all, you know who he is,
right?
So it wasn't like somebody random. It was Cam, like, bro, you was 15, bro.
Like, you gonna throw a penny at me? Nah.
But
you
you
know,
a quarter. He probably would have shouted him out on Instagram or something, or Twitter, and he probably would have thrown some
15
tickets
with
to
the
a
picture
game or something though.
Because I mean, honestly, depending on the athlete, I'd probably give up my seat for free because I'm a fan. Like,
yeah, it depends. If it's Aaron Rodgers, fuck him. He can sit in the bathroom. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. There's no amount of money I will give up to Aaron Rodgers.
Nah, if you ain't giving me no pictures from shit like that, I ain't just
Fuck
gonna move the fuck around.
What if it's an athlete you don't like?
What if it's Kobe?
Kobe can have it.
Yeah,
you probably
Kenneth
pay
in the
Kobe to
bathroom.
take your seat.
Kenneth in the damn bathroom
for
Kobe Bryant.
I wasn't bad. I mean, he can. I don't know. We'll make it work. We'll have to lap up.
We'll make it work.
We'll have to lap up.
You want to lap up with Kobe?
No, I ain't saying all that.
Yeah, you just did.
Chill out, B.
Where's Bell at?
It's exactly what you just said. We might have to lap up.
We might have to lap up, but I ain't talking about sitting on his lap or nothing.
No, if Kobe,
you Rick James it.
Because I'm a huge Kobe fan. So
you sit on his lap?
No, I wasn't on his lap. But if he threw a amount at me, I'd be like, whatever amount he said, I'd have been all right with.
What if you said my lap? Okay.
Like, no, all right, bro. My wife right here, bro. You tripping. You got me out here looking like this.
Also, what if he just asked you, hey, can we switch seats? No price.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. It's Kobe. He's way taller than me. I'm like, all right, bro.
Nah. That's why I said, like, with athlete, like, if Giannis was on the plane, this wouldn't happen. This really wouldn't happen. But, like, hey, can I switch?
He did a whole row.
Go ahead, brother. Like,
his legs.
You got it. They are like, as far as they wouldn't happen. Like, you can't even fly commercial.
Exactly.
Like,
you know what? You're right. I probably would. If I liked
for the free.
If I liked
them.
If I liked them.
Yeah, any amount. I'm not going to be picky in a situation
99.
where I'm still going to get to where I'm going to get to.
But I definitely took that 15 though.
Yeah, I would have took the 15 willingly.
I would be like, you need me to help you move your... No, okay.
Let me hold your hat.
Oh, you got cash right now? Say less.
Cash App limit is... No.
Like, I be thinking about it like when, you know, if they overbook the plane and then they're like, you know, we offer you X amount of perks, like, to go on a later flight.
Yeah,
They always
some of those get really enticing. Like,
right.
my number would be... I'm not good at that game because I'd just be like, if I can make a little extra, like
if it ain't like I gotta meet a deadline, like I have to be here,
right?
Like
I would
this
definitely
day,
take the money,
or I got to be there a certain time,
or you got a connection that you
or something like that.
Because I was offered that, and I had a time I was going to Dallas for the military, and they delayed our flight, and they was like, we'll give you a $1,500 voucher, and we'll drive you to Chicago in the limo, put you in there, and give you $500 cash. I was like,
I'd have been like, yeah.
But we had our tickets paid through by the military.
Right,
so I was like, I don't know if I can do it. So I get down there. I was like, man, they had this. They was like, fuck, why didn't you do it? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Why didn't you do it, you dumbass?
Fuck you mean? Right, type shit. I'm like, bro, y'all motherfuckers be on some bullshit. You didn't follow procedures and shit. Like, oh, no, bro, ain't nobody got time for that shit.
Let's start the show. Welcome to episode 106 of Technical Foul D, sports podcast you never knew you needed.
It's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ass Ketchum, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me. Kind of feeling myself this week.
You had hitting the mic.
Yeah, hell yeah. Fuck you mean, get out of
I am the Eric J.
Only known as
the Eric J.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for the women who love sports.
And it's your boy K Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But also known as K Diddy.
Take that. Almost forgot what I was supposed to say. I was sitting there like... I'm still not used to that. Yeah,
Yeah, anyways, you can find us partying on the internets.
There's more than one internet?
It's a couple of them. But you know what? We're everywhere. We're everywhere. We can start off with www.technicalfile.com, and then we can slide on over to the Facebook, where you have the Technical File Podcast group. You also can join our Technical File Pod Overtime group. See, I knew I fucked it up. Damn it. Okay, I need to rewind this time. Follow us on www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker. You can slide on over to the Facebook where you can find us on the Facebook. Facebook. Struggling, dog. I feel like a choke bird.
Struggling today, bro. All right.
Shit.
One more time.
Twitter.
3 times the charm.
Instagram. At Technical File. Facebook. Technical File Podcast. Or you can find our fan page, listener page. Technical File Pod Overtime. The group.
That was a pretty good cover.
I tried.
All right, so as Tim just struggled his way through the entire social medias, but y'all know what time it is, man.
Kicked every hurdle.
Like I say every week, kick every hurdle. There we go. Oh, we got an early title. But like I say every week, man, if you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Technical File family,
share.
Talk about struggling, Jesus.
More hurdles falling.
My bad. I'm trying to pick over the ones he did. The same ones.
I'm trying to pick him up, bro.
I was trying to move him.
I ain't moving fast enough.
Who put these hurdles in? I thought it was a straight race. I be jumping this shit. I ain't trying to jump.
Okay, this gonna be.
Sorry.
It got instantly hot in this motherfucker too. But like I said every week, man, if you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Technical File and Everyday Media fam, share with a coworker, share with a family member, anybody, man. Like Eric always say, we're everywhere. So anywhere that you find podcasts, you'll find us.
You just took his. Okay.
No, I just set him up.
Man, this intro is terrible.
I saw the pass. Huh? You didn't have an angle.
Nah.
I threw it though. Goddamn it. That's a start. I threw
You
it.
tried it. You tried it. You tried passing. You know, you ain't used to it.
Fuck it.
He mellow for real.
Yeah.
Hey, I tried.
And don't mind us.
Don't expect no more. I'm getting my 30.
Shots?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we are on all podcast platforms.
It's spreading.
Mm-hmm. It's not, but now you're going to make me get my head. That includes Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Himalaya,
Yep.
Huska.
And Spotify.
Spotify.
Damn, Spotify.
Always forget Spotify.
It's all, yeah, if you don't catch it in like the first part, I'm like, he going to forget Spotify.
But we there too.
But I be having it.
You know what? Just Google Podcasts and whatever comes up.
Don't let them autocorrect that.
Put the K on that motherfucker.
I said just Google Podcasts.
Put the K on that motherfucker.
Google the podcast because they just type in Google be like, did you mean?
That also. I just meant like to find podcasting apps. You can just Google Podcasts and come. Anyway.
On what? That's tight. I never thought about it that way.
Oh, yeah. But if Google try to correct and say, fuck you, I meant to put a K at the end of that motherfucker, like they said.
All right. Let's get into the show.
Do it. And leading off.
All right, so it was my favorite day of the year. NBA draft was last Thursday. It's kind of boring, but, you know, it had its moments. So as the first 3 picks were pretty much set in stone. Zion Williamson went to New Orleans. John Morant went to Memphis, and R.J. Barrett went to New York. But then it got interesting somewhat. So the rest of the top, we'll do the lottery. The rest of the lottery was number 4, DeAndre Hunter went to Atlanta. Cleveland drafted Darius Garland,
which is why.
Yeah.
They want to be the new Portland. The Portland of the East.
Sure.
They tiny.
I mean, Garland like 6'5", ain't he? No?
6'2"-ish.
Oh, really?
They tiny. Yeah, they both like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
Oh, well, have fun with that.
Minnesota drafted Jared Culver at 6. Chicago, Kobe White at 7. Jackson Hayes, 8 to New Orleans. 9, Rui Hachimura to Washington. Atlanta drafted Cam Reddish at 10. Phoenix drafted Cameron Johnson at 11.
What?
12 was P.J. Washington to Charlotte. Milwaukee's own Tyler Hero to Miami at 13. And 14 was Romeo Langford to Boston.
I have thoughts as you just went like First thought I wanted to get off. What a great the draft was so emotional, and I was here. I didn't expect Zion started it off with the tears, and I was like on my couch
nice.
the all white, and I was like, man, this is touching. I had to keep looking at the sky, okay, I'm not gonna cry. And then Ja came out and he got emotional, talking about and I'm sitting there what's happening?
Oh, is that?
Yeah, and then
With his pimp hat.
What is Pimp Hat? His dad was his first hater, and then he came to the NBA draft dressed like he was going to the play a haters ball. Best tweet I saw during the draft. And then RJ broke down on his dad's shoulder, and I'm just sitting there watching it what is I am touched. This was great. First of all, I love seeing it.
Yeah, that's dope.
It was beautiful. It was pure.
Because I had an ugly cry.
And it's crazy because like I said, those 3 picks were already pretty much well established. They were set in stone. Much like the MVP that we'll get to later, that was pretty much set in stone. But still, in the moment, all these people were overcome with emotion. So it shows you how just
how big a deal it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, and also shout out to these young men, letting it out. We've talked about black men, especially in showing emotion in public and whatnot. It's tight to see the younger guys being comfortable enough to do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Darius Garland and Cleveland.
Yeah, I didn't really have any questions. Okay, I guess, did you guys watch the entire draft?
No.
Not the entire draft.
I watched the first half diligently, and the second half started, and I was watching it, then I started getting tired. So then I turned the draft on in the bedroom, and it was on as I fell asleep. So,
yeah, once it got to a third of the way through the second round, then it was just me against the draft. It's I'm gonna make it through. I don't want it's damn near torture at this point, but yeah, I made it through the.
I don't even think I saw Bo get drafted. I was already asleep.
Yeah.
Which wow.
Yeah,
Just
second round
fell, free fall.
Maybe getting concerned about his weight.
He literally
it was a whole confluence of things. It was his weight for one. His motor apparently is non-existent. Which I mean, if they're paying you a bunch of money, you kind of want to know that they're going to put in the work to be great.
Yeah.
And I think that the worst thing that could have happened to him would be getting drafted high and then getting millions of dollars, and then he just sits on his ass and he's out the league in 2 years. Yeah. So maybe this can
be his motor.
Exactly. Maybe this can inspire him to actually put in the work necessary to be an NBA player. But his body needs a whole lot of work.
Yeah,
a whole lot of meat.
Pause.
He was excited about this too.
But yeah, he does need to gain plenty of weight, but he also has medical red flags, he broke his foot at Oregon, and I mean, just anybody that big is going to have issues.
Yeah. And it's can his body even just withstand the 82 game season?
Yeah.
But I like what Denver is doing. It seems like their strategy is to take on distressed assets. So Michael Porter Jr. last year, I think their second rounder Jared Vanderbilt was also injured.
I keep forgetting that he's they have Michael Porter Jr. on the way.
Yeah. They even took a chance on Isaiah Thomas. Obviously, some of those crapped out, but it's worth the chance. They're low risk moves
for them.
Yeah. So if even one of those people hits, that changes the trajectory because of the upside that they all have.
I feel like Michael Porter Jr. go get his shit off.
Where did his brother go?
He was undrafted.
Okay.
And he hasn't signed yet. I think that what he'll do is wait until he's healthy and he can demonstrate that he's healthy.
Try again.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense to sign somewhere now when he's at his lowest value. You might as well wait.
Interesting pick, but pick I liked was Cam Reddish to Atlanta.
I like Cam Reddish.
That was nice. I was surprised that he got it to 10, but
I was like, ooh, him and Trey. I was like, Cam would try to get his diet right. Because he said his biggest issue this past season was that he wasn't eating right. He said he was too many potato chips, things like that.
And you're in college.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'll admit I was out of shape.
It's a lot easier to be out of shape in college.
Yeah.
So when he gets to the league, I feel like Cam is going to explode over in Atlanta.
They got something really nice that they.
He could possibly get Rookie of the Year. I know it sounds crazy, even though Zion's in the league. But Cam Reddish can pull off this Rookie of the Year.
I don't know, because I mean, he walks in the door at least the fourth or fifth option, so I don't even know if he'll have the opportunity to really obviously he's their second rookie even this year, so he won't get as many opportunities. Then he's behind Trey, Kevin Huerter, and John Collins. I think that it's good for him though, because as you could see at Duke last year, he wasn't really ready for it, but he has all the tools necessary if they can bring him along slowly, like he's like that little rocket boost. Like they already have a solid core, but like if he hits, like he can take them.
I can't wait to see Atlanta versus New Orleans.
Yeah, that's gonna be
a cold
It's gonna be
game.
fun.
Or the Kings. You know what? Atlanta's because I like the Kings' young squad too. Like they're coming up, but Atlanta's young squad is. I feel like they gonna be a problem. That's a nice young core over there.
Yeah, I feel like Atlanta and New Orleans, like they're definitely both set up for the future.
What does Horder play? The 3 or the 2?
He did 2.
Okay. Because I was thinking they may slide him down to the 3, put Reddish at the 2.
I mean, Reddish is bigger than Herder,
Yeah,
so
he
that
would
would make
be.
sense.
Okay.
Well, he's 6'8", right? Reddish.
Damn, I didn't know he was that big. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's 6'8". He
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
he like a 2-3.
He
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I started this off by saying the draft is my favorite day of the year, but I just need to, like, nitpick one thing. Like, everybody the day after comes out, who are the winners and who are the losers? And, like,
You
everybody has
don't
the
even know
same
yet.
exact list, and it's like, you can't
don't
judge
know.
that.
Yeah, you
Right.
don't even know.
Like, all you're going to do is pick the teams that pick the people that you had highly rated coming into the draft, but you don't know anything about, like, what
System
you don't
fit.
have all the information that all the other teams have. So if somebody drops in the draft, more than likely it's for a reason. It's not just
Yeah.
They drop.
all these organizations are stupid that they didn't see. Like the guy that's mocked in 20 spots ahead of like where he went. Like there's a reason for it.
Yeah, or somebody that drops from the top 10 pick.
Yeah, and we said that before. Like we're not even gonna do that on here. We don't look at it like they won, they lost.
Yeah,
It's-
no.
We
Much
gonna
like trades, like it can be a win-win for everybody.
If anything, over the summer, what we should do, because it's the dog days of sports, is we should start looking back. Was 5 years about adequate enough to be able to judge draft class?
Oh, yeah.
Start
Yeah.
going back and seeing
Yeah.
how these draft class panned out. Like it'd be interesting going
These
back
ones
and
some
looking at
bad ones,
2014 now,
Well,
and then 2013. Like just going back and looking can be interesting.
Where do we want to start?
5 years from now, 2014.
Oh, okay.
Just an idea.
I like it. Any other? Well, again, like shout out to Tyler Hero. He went 13 to Miami, like I said, and then Jordan,
Swaggy, one best outfit of the night.
for sure.
His outfit was slick.
It was. I was like, that's clean, boy.
Like I'm tired of the word drip, but
That's exactly what it was.
He had to
And they
drip.
get drafted by Miami. Like it was like a perfect.
Yeah, he was
like
out here.
it just.
You go from
I need one of the Miami Vice jerseys though. Like
For
you
him.
hit,
Like,
yeah,
legit.
dog, them shits is cold.
I was like, it's kind of cool for me because like D Wade just retired, and that was my like connection to the Heat, and now we got a Milwaukee dude in Miami. So now I was like, I can still keep like paying more attention to y'all. So that's
And
kind
Golden
of
State
fun.
go keep the Milwaukee fans. They keep taking Milwaukee
Man,
cats.
shout out to Jordan.
Jordan Poole from
Shout out, brother.
Michigan. He also went to Milwaukee King, I believe.
Yeah.
I feel like Milwaukee dude is gonna start getting some more
sure.
We
opportunities.
got, we got
The
I mean,
sad
we got a
part-
top 5 pick
That's what
coming
I'm
next year,
like-
Yeah.
or the year after.
Like-
Sad part about it is it's kind of late for the discovery. There was some cold motherfuckers that came through here.
Man, it's-
They are not on the level of these kids now.
these
though.
kids now, bro, like for real.
Like I didn't like Eric said I didn't do much draft prep. I'm not going to act like I'm a draft Nick. Like I kind of pay attention as we get real close to it. But I was looking like, the Bucks might draft 30th, so let me look at who we might be able to get if we don't trade it away, which we did. And like Cam Johnson was like,
around that area.
yeah, and I'm like, I'd be cool with the Bucks drafting Cam. So that's one name I know that's supposed to be late. Like I know that name. Like I've been looking. Okay, he might be there, and some other people. When I heard it was like the lottery. I was like, Cam. I looked at the TV again. Like, is this real?
Like it's like, did y'all mean Reddish? Like he just
Yeah,
got picked. Like
What's up? What y'all doing? What y'all doing? But hey, if they like it,
right.
it is what it is.
I have an opinion on that, but yeah, you weren't the only person that was surprised by Cam Johnson going 11. Like his own teammate was like,
Yeah.
shocked.
So Kobe,
Kobe
he had a reaction when
Kobe White 7th pick.
yeah, he
Also
heard
to
that
US.
Cam got drafted in the lottery as well.
What?
And Cameron Johnson just went 11th. How do you react to that news?
He went what?
11th.
Cam
in the
Johnson
draft.
went 11.
Yep, it's right on the screen right there.
Wow. Wow. Wow, bro. That's crazy. That's so love, bro. Because if y'all know Cam, you don't know how hard Cam worked. And, it's a lot of people that doubt him. But, wow, bro, that's crazy, bro. Wow, that's so crazy.
Who'd you have to
I'm
get,
so
bro?
happy for him right now. Y'all don't understand how happy I am for Cam because he proved it night in, night out that he deserves to be, in the conversation for a lottery pick, man. He shot the ball like anyone I've never seen before in my life or played with. So I'm so Wow, bro. I'm getting chills up here.
And Cameron.
That's what's up.
Wow, bro.
But that's love though. Like
Yeah.
like that's pure joy for like seeing somebody that you care about like do good in life. So like we need more of that.
All of that. Any other
I would say like I kind of foresaw like players like Cam Johnson going higher than expected, just based off like Landry Shamet hitting last year, where like teams are like, if you can draft a knockdown shooter, like it doesn't really matter what their other shortcomings are, because
shooter is so valuable.
Like shooting is so valuable now. So I saw that like Windler, I assumed was gonna go high. What's his name? Carson Edwards actually went lower than I expected,
Same.
but that was who I wanted the Bucks to draft. Like if they kept the pick,
What position you play?
Point guard.
guard.
A little,
like he's basically
short.
little short dude from Purdue.
Purdue.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
he
a
dropped like
ball.
40 in the
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, like he's basically like he doesn't have the defensive upside that Bledsoe does, but he's basically like the same body except he can shoot
Yeah.
He was getting
like
buckets, bro.
from Steph range. Like he's not as dead eye as Steph. But
Where'd he
like,
go?
Yeah.
Boston.
Damn. Replacement to Isaiah.
Low key.
Yeah. So yeah, that was anything else on the draft?
No.
Like our teams didn't really have picks. Like y'all picked a clutch client, which was
Man.
obviously gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean,
Like y'all might as well just name Rich Paul y'all GM at this point.
basically, like real talk though. He over there running the show.
Honestly, when you hear someone sign the clutch now, you'd be like, oh, they're going to the Lakers.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
Like,
who don't want to be the
who got signed today? You said,
Oh, Jordan
like-
Clarkson signed with Clutch Sports today.
Yeah.
So,
Like-
Welcome back.
right. Like, more than likely, he's probably going to end up back in L.A. on
We
some
need
kind
him
of little deal
We
because
get the whole crew back. Let's
And
get
apparently J.R. Smith, like once he gets released by Cleveland, is signing with LA,
LA.
and he is also a clutch client.
it. Hey, we need
Rich
shooters.
Paul, like, hey, everybody.
We need shooters.
The Avengers and shit.
just send a group text. Look,
Well, let's get this.
There's only
we gonna-
five people on the roster.
Look, we gonna get y'all paid next year, but this year we need
need
everybody
y'all.
to assemble in Los Angeles.
Say no more. We out here.
and next year, trust me,
Melo,
it'll
I
pay
got you.
off.
It
we
did
can
not
get,
hurt.
If we can get Melo off the bench, yo, just look. Melo damn near average
Melo's
30
done,
off the
my guy.
bench. Huh?
It's done. It's over.
No, bro.
It's a wrap for
I still,
him.
not,
I
bro.
think he'll come back this year.
I don't think
It's
so.
not, bro. Melo still
I
got
need-
it, bro.
I
He
need-
finna
I need
come
one
back
more
and shock
Melo
the world.
season.
Exactly.
I
He
need
finna come
one
back
more.
and shock the world.
LeBron
It's
to make
gonna,
sure his
it's
guys
gonna be
are-
like AI in Memphis.
No,
I don't
bro.
want.
Don't
I
say
don't
that.
want. I don't want.
Don't say that, B.
I don't want Melo to go out this
No,
way.
No,
bro.
not like that.
People forget about
Melo
Melo,
used to be
bro.
cold.
Melo
Actually, you
was
know
that
what?
dude,
I'm sorry.
bro.
I'm sorry. Last year was AI in Memphis. Like he tried coming off the bench, he couldn't do it. It was over.
I mean,
That was dysfunction in Houston. We can't blame Melo. They was
Yeah,
bullshit.
facts.
They ain't talked to each other for 2 months. Melo probably like, what the fuck going on around here, bro? You know what? I'm gonna just
throw me
shoot.
the ball.
I'm gonna just shoot and act like shit's okay.
Just pass me the ball. Y'all know the other shit. Just pass me the ball.
I can't get Chris to talk to no damn body and shit. I can call the motherfucker. He ain't answering my calls either. But you know
Y'all
what?
doing
Fuck
all
it.
them commercials
30.
together.
I get my 30.
Fan system. Anyway, we had, because it was draft week, we had a series of trades.
Can I just really quickly say I really don't like how they have to wear the wrong hats and we still got to pretend like we don't know where they really going.
Yeah.
Like, come on. We
Maybe
got to
they just
figure
collecting
something out.
hats.
No, we got to figure something out. Like,
I mean, I would prefer the NFL system where you can just trade picks before it happened, but like it all comes down to like contracts and all this other like it has to be sequenced in a specific way.
when the Bucks drafted 30
Kevin Porter Jr.
Porter Jr., he had the fit that matched the hat, and I was looking at him like, "Ooh, it would have been nice." Like, don't make him put the hat on, so I got to see what I like.
Yeah.
Come on.
Especially like he has issues like off the court, but if his best case scenario is like a J.R. Smith,
Yeah,
Jamal Crawford kind of like just
and I'll take it off the bench with the right locker room.
right.
Yeah.
And I think we had it like
So actually
right
was
locker room.
like the talent play because he probably like has top 10 talent in the draft. It's
Wasn't he
just all the other
considered a
stuff.
top 10 pick coming into last season?
Coming into the season? Yeah.
Would have been nice.
Yo. Anywho, good segue because the Bucks did trade the 30th pick the night before the draft. They traded Tony Snell and pick 30 for John Lure. I didn't really get that trade at the beginning, but it drops $4 million off of their salary cap.
This year.
It gives them $4 million extra in salary cap space this year, and then takes all $12 million off of
The
Snell's 2020
And
contract.
Rose is an
So
expiring contract, too.
And they apparently, when they traded for him, they told his agent like, "This might you might not be here long."
Right. This could be a piece to a bigger puzzle.
Right, but for now,
I like how they always bring in Wisconsin players just to like flip them and send them somewhere else. Like,
But we be getting value for him. We be getting some value for him.
I think they got a 2nd round pick for Sam Decker.
We sent them over to part of the Cleveland deal, though. We got George Hill back.
No,
Decker
he was
part of
already
that.
on Cleveland.
No, I thought
No,
Decker
they
was
sent
part of
him
that.
to Washington.
Did we send him to Washington?
Yes, we did.
Oh.
Like,
I thought Cleveland sent him to Washington.
It doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
Sam Decker.
Anyways,
Good apology.
the biggest. Do you have any thoughts on the Bucks trade? Like,
I hate it had to be Tony. He's like a good guy. It's just the contract.
You made too much money, bro.
That's it. Like, and it's not like he didn't play well. Like before he got hurt, he played every game. Like, and from all indications, he was a great dude in the locker room. Like, just a good dude.
but they got to open up money to pay everybody else.
Exactly. So I get it. It just sucks. It had to be you.
Gonna miss you, boss.
Good luck. Because Detroit actually needs him.
Mm-hmm.
They need some. They don't have no shooters. They need Tony Snell. So him and
See,
Thon might do something over there.
They're gonna go back to getting confused for one another again. I mean, shit.
I did it a couple times.
Same.
Yeah. Anyway, the biggest trade of the week was Mike Conley got traded to Utah. Mm-hmm. So Mike Conley went to Utah, obviously. Memphis got Jay Crowder, Kyle Korver, Grayson Allen, the number 23 pick, which they traded, I think, and then a future first-round pick protected.
I like that for both teams.
Grayson Allen cheating ass.
Wait,
Motherfucker
what?
Dirty as a bitch, bro.
Who?
Grayson Allen.
Oh,
That
He
motherfucker
was the dude
still
that was like-
dirty.
I know.
Tripping people at Duke and shit.
In Summer League, he was on bullshit. Like,
Yeah, I like it for both teams. Mike Conley is clearly old if his return is Crowder, Korver, and Allen. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's basically like the 2 picks. Like,
that's what it
basically
would
it is.
like.
And
Which is
salary
good.
that
Which
match.
gives a credit to him, and I like Conley Mitchell backcourt. They're gonna be little,
they gonna be balling.
but Mike Conley got some clamps, so
Mike Conley still got a lot of skill left in him.
He only
Yeah.
30. Like, it ain't even
it's
like
just that he got
old,
hurt before.
Yeah.
It's
He's always hurt,
A new
though.
era.
That's the problem. Like, he's older than 30.
His body's older
Yeah,
than 30.
his body
for sure.
definitely older than 30.
I like it.
Yeah.
Jay
Like,
gonna be
I've
on
seen-
every team in the league before he graduates. That's my guy, though. I mean, not before he graduates. Before
Before
he
he
retires.
graduated.
That's my guy, though.
Kyle Korver. Everybody
I'm
he's a
assuming he won't be
shooter.
there. Huh?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a free agent.
Yeah, he'll probably, if he doesn't get bought out over summer, like he probably will before the deadline, because I'm assuming Memphis is definitely tanking this year. So
They're rebuilding like a month, but it's cool.
yeah,
But it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson and
Ja
Ja
Morant.
Morant.
I like Brandon Clark too. That was
And honestly, every team kind of needs a Jay Crowder type of dude.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's gonna be a good young vet
Locker
on
room
that
glue
team.
guy.
Yeah.
he go to war.
For sure, go to war.
Whatever team he on.
Braves just
He
be
can
flying.
get traded mid game and be fighting for both teams.
You can trade him across the court and shit.
Like shit.
Hey, no hard feelings, bruh.
Other trades. Phoenix, for some reason, salary dumped T.J. Warren to Indiana. Jesus. So it was T.J. Warren and the number 32 pick for what essentially was cap space.
Yep.
Not really sure what Phoenix is doing, especially since they took Cam Johnson in the first round, did all this other stuff. But like when they first were clearing cap space, I'm like, oh, are they going after somebody?
Like Kimba.
I wasn't going that far, but
Somebody.
There's
like a point
space,
guard,
yeah.
right?
Kimba Booker would have been fun.
Yeah,
Would be fun.
Yeah, that would be.
I don't know if that's much better.
And they
than
can pay
what he
him.
has in Charlotte, but yeah. But I was thinking like maybe that could be a landing spot for Chris Paul.
Oh, just
Yeah, we
trade
was
him in the
talking
cap
about
Yeah,
space.
just trying to take cap space.
Anywhere but LA, goddamn.
Nah, bro, the rest y'all max player finna be Chris Paul,
No,
dog.
bro.
I mean, you trying to put the
No,
banana
boat.
We ain't trying to do none of that.
Hey, y'all gonna be selling
We ain't trying to
by
do
the end of
none
the
of that, B.
season.
We
Dang.
ain't trying to do none of that, bro.
But I have
Mellow
Hey,
D-Wade.
the banana boat did say they didn't want to play together. Well, Wade retired. Never mind.
Wade ain't coming back.
D-Wade,
He ain't coming. You see how happy this man is?
he living his best life though, legit, like for real.
He taking sassy selfies with the baby, like saying fake.
All they been
like,
doing
we
is drinking.
cute or she cute because it's my face. I'm like, what? Like, okay,
He out here, bro, living his best life.
for sure.
yeah. But I have heard that D'Angelo Russell is an option for them. So,
I can't wait to get to the free agency stuff.
what else happened? Oh, New Orleans flipped the number 4 pick that they got from the Lakers. They traded it to Atlanta for the 8th pick, the 17th pick, the 35th pick, and a future protected first-round pick from Cleveland, which more than likely will become 2 second-round picks.
New Orleans also traded Solomon Hill there.
They did. They dumped his contract.
Which, bravo.
Jesus Christ.
Bravo.
He came up. They came
Griff
up.
is doing his
he
job
is
right
flipping
now.
shit.
Griff
Getting
is doing
shit
his
done.
job.
Getting shit done, man.
Like, I think that Zion is already surrounded by more talent than Anthony Davis ever had.
Dang.
That's crazy.
Because
If you really
he ain't
think
never had
about
no
it.
help besides
Yeah.
Boogie.
Dang.
Well,
Outside of
Drew,
Boogie.
Lonzo.
Yeah.
well, Drew, obviously.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just.
But I'm thinking like earlier on, like he had like Eric Gordon who didn't want to be there. He had like Farouk Amino, like Al Farouk Amino.
Yeah.
Like he had
important
younger
now.
players, but like they weren't on this level, and they're set up for picks like well into the future.
It's a better setup for Zion than it was for AD. So, like you said, if it doesn't work,
Smoothie King Arena go get a chance.
Like New Orleans needs to support this. Like they have to pack.
They
like,
say they're ready to be a basketball town.
I mean,
they was interviewing
If
people.
they ain't, this team
and
is
all
gonna
that.
be too good for them to stay in New Orleans. They gonna move their ass.
They've literally had the 2 best prospects since
LeBron.
either Durant or LeBron. Like
yeah, the Chris Paul years too.
Yeah.
So.
shit, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like they've had every opportunity to be
Yeah,
a basketball
team.
town. Like shit,
Yeah.
they had Pistol Pete back in the day when the
Oh,
Jazz
yeah.
were there. Like
Yeah.
they just haven't. Like I don't.
Pistol Pete,
Again, if
bro.
it doesn't work now, like the NBA just needs to cut their losses. Like I understand, like with Katrina and everything, they didn't want to
Get rid of the
No.
stadium.
not that, but like they didn't want to abandon the city. But like at this point, like we're 15 years out. Like
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do at this
kind of
point.
got to shake. What other trades happened? Again, Phoenix traded down from 6 to 11 and picked up Dario Saric. Again,
good pickup.
not really sure what they're doing
I don't get it either.
because they basically gave back all the cap space that they freed up by trading T.J. Warren. So,
Sarge is nice though, but damn.
because then they also traded for the number 24 pick and Aaron Baines and gave up the Bucks first rounder next year.
There was a lot of trading going on.
a lot of them.
Like as these words are flying through your ears, if you confuse a little bit,
It's only gonna get worse because this next week is about to be a doozy.
yep.
And then the last thing that happened after the draft, Kent Bazemore and Evan Turner were swapped.
Which is
Them 2016 contracts.
Yep.
Traded for each
fuck
other.
it. Yeah.
Again, like we're about to get the echo boom of like those contracts
It's gonna be
because
that
basically
kinda
all those
summer again.
contracts are coming off, so everybody has cap space again, which means they just about to refill their books with shitty contracts. Just a word of warning.
So hope your team's not one of the first in getting some overpaid
trash.
Like, oh, I'm gonna look at the list. Like I'm gonna give you like who's gonna be the first person to sign, and it's gonna be for something crazy. Like when we get to free agency.
For sure.
So, cities under consideration for the future WrestleMania. For future WrestleMania is.
Macho Bet.
Right, you did go wrestling.
Oh, I did. Oh, my bad.
Like in WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
That sounds creepy, bro. But our London,
Macho Man sounded creepy.
Chicago, definitely.
fuck,
He was coked up though. London, Chicago, Jacksonville, Las Vegas, Santa Clara, Houston, Dallas, Philly, Toronto, Miami, Orlando, and Tampa. Which of these cities do you think will be most? Where will we out of all these cities? Which one would you rather go to see WrestleMania?
Chicago because it costs less.
I can tell you that it's not Miami, Orlando, or Tampa. I'm
Yes,
not trying to
Chicago
do
costs
another
less.
Florida
I'd
WrestleMania.
drive
Like
there.
if I had like funds to spend and I wasn't getting broke off by student loans and stuff,
Vegas would be the move.
Vegas would be really
Yeah, it
fun.
would be.
Man.
Vegas would be stupid
That would
fun for
crack- yeah.
WrestleMania.
Man, that'd be wild.
That would crack in Vegas.
That was
Like,
my
when I heard it,
pick.
I just said,
That was my pick. I'm like,
That'd be
I'm
dope.
go to Vegas.
Yeah, I'm Vegas.
And if it wasn't Vegas, I would do Toronto, but Toronto
I'd do
had it
Dallas.
before too. Texas. Like y'all, I got my peoples down there, but
For sure. Well, speaking of Tampa, the Tampa Bay Rays were granted permission by the MLB to explore playing games in Montreal as a two-city team. So now, I ain't know there was such thing as a two-city team. But
It ain't.
thoughts on a two-city team that's nearly 1,500 miles apart, which means they are applying, they're looking to explore playing half the season in Montreal and half the season in Tampa Bay. I'm assuming because they want to keep the team in Tampa Bay somewhat, but they not making no money down there because they don't. That stadium be empty as a bitch. So I guess my thing is, what's the point of a 2-city team then?
Well, you can go ahead.
So, yeah, it's a weird thing. Like when you hear it 2-city, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like the team would live in Tampa Bay for like the first half of the season, and then that's where all their home games would be. And in the second half, they would move to Montreal. Like, can you imagine being a player and you like?
That's
so I gotta
a
move
lot.
my whole home,
My whole family, like that's
and
a
then
lot.
buy
going
2
on.
houses.
International borders.
Yeah, like would you? No,
That's a lot. Y'all tripping.
I would not want to play for that team.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got that going on, and they need a new arena because the arena is trash, and the city don't want to pay for it. So
And City didn't want to come out and watch the games. Even when they had like a cold squad, the World Series team, they still barely came the fuck out for them games. Like they came out towards the end of the season and shit. Like when they finally believed.
they try. I think they're just trying to bargain, get a new stadium because the mayor, is it the mayor? Yeah, St. Pete.
The mayor.
He was
Yeah.
he was pretty much like, yeah, I got a contract till 2027. Y'all can't go nowhere unless I say you can until 2028.
Ha.
So
It's interesting that Montreal is the city that they picked
Yeah.
for the other half because Montreal lost their team because they couldn't support them. So
Yeah.
So they're trying to give them back because Expos.
Yeah.
I know.
that's what he's saying.
No, I'm saying I was telling
Oh,
the team name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a weird name.
But now you have 2 cities that couldn't support Major League Baseball, so I don't. I
Well,
mean, maybe between the
Kinda
2
support
of them,
there.
you can kind of
Kind of support here. We got our full sport.
You
But
gotta meet halfway.
Well, I mean, I
that
guess like
sounds
if you lower the supply, like you might increase the demand. But I don't really foresee that happening.
It sounds like
This thing-
it sounds like a failure. Like,
Yeah.
off top.
It's a failing baseball team. They need to move it.
The plan's a failure too.
More
Yeah.
likely they'll end up in Vegas like every other team. So
Yeah, might as well.
Oh, Vegas baseball team would be dope.
Might as well.
I fuck with it.
If Vegas can have sports going on all year, like that's fun. You just in Vegas on vacation, you can just pop into a professional like sport. Like
Yeah,
Sworn of it, that's dope.
and
What is
everybody
that?
going down there with money.
everything legal too.
dude, somebody gonna die at the movie. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be too lit.
Ain't nobody watching the damn game and shit.
Like they gonna it's gonna be 2 different caravans, one from Oakland, one from L.A., and they just gonna converge on
yeah.
Las Vegas.
Damn.
Shank, shank, shank.
Shake, shake.
Or as they would say in the South back in the day, jig.
Wow. Okay. Well, is there any teams that y'all want to see as a 2-city team?
No.
So somebody at work was, when I mentioned it, somebody at work was like, the Packers used to kind of do that when they used to
So
play
they
at
play here?
County Stadium. So I'm like, well,
It's
this
different
is
if in
kinda
the
had
same
that.
state. Like, I feel like that
I
make
mean, you
more
still have
sense than.
2 different home stadiums, though.
But it's also easier doing something like football because it's the games
once a
are
week.
spread. Yeah, it's once a week.
Yeah.
So it makes more sense, and every game's not going to be like
It's only 8 of them.
yeah. So Packer, that's a good one. I forgot they used to do that.
Was it a 50-50 split?
It was not. It was like 2 games down here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because I think they were building the stadium at the time, so they had to come down here.
Everything. I don't. It
Yeah,
was.
yeah, nothing to do with that.
No? Okay.
They
They
just
was
played a couple games.
because Milwaukee had the population base. So, like, especially
Yeah,
when the
makes
Packers
sense.
were bad, like they
Come
had
down
trouble. Actually, yeah, I don't know. Either way,
Oh, okay.
Come on down here.
I thought it was during the
I
stadium
would like to
deal,
see the
too.
Packers play 2 games in Milwaukee again.
Oh, I'm good on that.
You go to Miller
the
Park to
Brewers
watch
kind
it?
of screwed that up because they built a stadium that could not support football.
Yeah, they did that on purpose.
They did.
Of course they did.
But
Fuck
if it
We
could,
ain't doing this shit no more.
like, if it could happen, yeah, I'd for
Yeah,
sure be for that.
I'll check it
I'm
out.
Milwaukee. Could you imagine a Packer game in Milwaukee? Like
All the fans are
with us
fucking here.
this age? I know.
All the damn fans is here.
I'll pass.
They just got all the neighbors in Green Bay filling the stadium.
I'll pass.
It'd be the blackest Packer game anybody ever saw.
Hard pass for me.
Facts. You wouldn't go.
No, I wouldn't. Hard
Yeah,
pass
he
for
would.
me. If they're playing the Bears, I'm there.
Like Bears.
Oh, that'd be
Packers.
lit.
No, see,
No,
That'd be
no,
lit
that's a
as shit.
fight. And
That'd be
that's
like a Raiders
gunfights
game.
and shit. No,
That'd be lit as a motherfucker.
That's stab.
lit is right.
Hey, bulletproof vest.
Why I gotta wear that heavy shit around? No, bro, I'm good.
We can't do no
They
Bears.
got a
game in
fake
Milwaukee.
vest though.
That's a weird wave. Motherfuckers out here with
that's
the
so trash
the bulletless
to me.
proof.
That's so
don't
trash
get
to
it.
me, though.
I
What
don't
y'all
get it.
kids be on? Like that's so.
I'm
That's so
pretending I got a
trash to me,
bulletproof
bro.
vest on. Like, why?
I mean, 50 Cent used to have them G unit beaters that looked like.
But he used to actually have a bulletproof vest on.
But I'm just saying, the beaters that they sold looked like
Look like bulletproof. I
bulletproof
get it.
vests, and y'all was out here wearing G unit beaters.
Not me.
No,
Not me.
who the fuck is y'all?
Ken didn't deny
I
it.
ain't hear multicolored.
I was
joints.
giving it hard. Look at that. Tell me I wasn't a part of GU. I had to shoot it.
Get your ass out the car.
So the NFL, speaking of the Packers and all that, if we jump back a little bit, they been talking about this pass interference thing they're gonna be doing for a while now, and they finally, for the third time, have said this is it. So I'm gonna read this to y'all, and y'all just let me know if y'all think this rule will cause more problems, because now the problem is like stuff ain't getting called, like the NFC Championship game where it's like the Saints got screwed, or will it cause just more, like, will it cause more chaos like that, or will it clear it up where people be like, oh, this is a better rule now.
Okay.
This is the NFL jargon talk now, so follow me.
Okay.
The replay official will stop the game after the 2-minute warning of each half and during overtime when there is clear and obvious visual evidence that a pass interference foul may or may not have occurred.
What?
Based on viewing the play live or any initial replays, a stoppage will occur under stricter criteria than other reviewable plays to prevent excessive game stoppages. They don't say what that is in here. A decision on the field will only be reversed based on clear and obvious visual evidence that the ruling was incorrect. The same standard for all reviews. This is wholly dependent on video angles shown by broadcast networks, and by rule, pass interference requires an act that significantly hinders an opponent's opportunity to make a play on the ball. All passing plays will be subject to review for pass interference, Hail Marys included.
So they're doing the same shit.
Yeah.
They're not changing shit.
Well, before you couldn't challenge pass interference. You can now. But what
It's
they're
the
saying
same.
about making it stricter, and like, it's the same thing you do for every other
It's the
foul.
same fucking rules. Clear and visual
I
evidence.
don't know what it is, but there's a loophole in here that's gonna piss people off, and it's gonna be all for naught.
That's probably why they keep highlighting clear and visual evidence.
Yep.
But also that's subjective.
Because and that's part of what what's his name? Rich Eason?
Rich
Eisen.
Yeah. He filled in for Peter King's like Monday morning quarterback. And he was talking about this rule, and he said, quote, for about 20 minutes, NFL head of officiating Alberto Rivian screened a half dozen plays for OPI and DPI and asked us to decide what to do in real time, just as his officials will have to do. There wasn't consensus in the room once. Not once. He would show a sequence involving a possible offensive pass interference, pause the play, ask the room if we would throw a flag. Half the room would say yeah, the other half would say no. Then he would ask us if there was no penalty call, would we, as the replay official, put a flag down on the field. Half the room said yes, the other half said no. That's the end.
Really?
This is all it's just subjective. Like, different refs are going to call it different ways, and
Still isn't clear
no, it's not.
at all.
So, whatever.
I don't even at this point. I don't even remember what play prompted this. Like, I know it's something in like the NFC Championship game, but I don't remember.
Was it the Saints play?
It was the Saints Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles play.
Was it the Eagles?
Was it that?
No, Saints Rams. My fault.
Which one?
The
NFC
play-
Championship game? But I don't remember what the play was.
You explained it perfectly when we were talking about it. They would have went up by more points, but instead they had to settle for a field goal, and then I forget what you said.
Okay.
But you explained it perfectly when this all happened.
Well, I have to rewind myself and find that shit.
It cost them the game in the long run because they would have scored 7, but they had to settle for 3.
And then somebody probably scores.
And then they lost
one
by, I
because
forget
they had to
however
give
much
up
they
a field
lost
goal,
by.
probably.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Don't put yourself in that position.
So,
Basically.
That's true too.
damn, cold segues here. Because speaking of Philly, the Eagles have cut back on access to the public training camp and now charge a fee for charity. Ticket prices are $10, and the money will go to the Eagles Autism Challenge, which raises funds for autism research. There are a handful of other teams that charge for practice, but they have other free options as well. Currently, only the Eagles and Seahawks have no free options to attend training camp. Do you like the idea of NFL training camps charging admission for charity to get in, or do you prefer free practices that gives lower-income fans a chance to see their teams?
I don't think it matters. But really?
How so?
A little more context. The Eagles had upwards of 18 open practices a summer for the 17 years training camps were held at Lehigh University. That number went down to 5 when the team decided to move the camp back to Philly in 2013 and has since dwindled to 1 practice that is open to the public, which now comes at a cost, albeit for charity.
So, what do you mean when you said, like... it
No,
doesn't
so
really
basically,
matter?
like, sure. So it's basically like a love donation or like a donation, basically.
Pretty much.
To see their team. I feel like people will still...
Fuck with
Pay
it.
the
Yeah,
time?
they say, they don't care. Especially if you put it in that terms,
Mm-hmm.
like as a donation, not like I'm literally paying to see y'all. Then the wording makes a lot of difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's only $10, so it's not like it's the end of the world. And more people are willing to give to a charitable cause.
Yeah, exactly.
And do things of that nature as opposed to...
People like to know where their money
I
goes.
hear you, but everybody ain't got $10.
True. So that means
Especially
you
if
can't go.
got-
Like-
especially if you got a family of
But
five.
see,
Exactly.
Are
Or-
they
or-
denying people though? Like, let's
You
say
have
it's
to
a
pay to
charity.
get in.
Oh,
Like,
so
you
it's
can't
really not
watch.
charity then.
It's a fee.
Yeah, that's
like,
it's really a fee. Then it's really
so
not
like,
a charitable
if
thing.
teams do that, like a mix, like some days is charity, but some days like
Y'all
it's still
come-
free.
yeah,
Like
y'all
I would
come
like that a
off.
lot more than like you have no option to see us free. Period.
Okay, so you're looking at it as an aspect of no matter what, it's the price of admission to see
Yeah,
the
like
team. Like, there's
although
not
it's
at all.
although I think it's a great idea because
Yeah.
a lot of people can't afford $10, and they will pay it to see their team play in the summertime.
Right.
So like I get it, but it's also like just I think having the options would be cool because everybody ain't got the 10, and some people that's going to be the only way they would see their team is train. Like they wouldn't be able to see them live because NFL tickets cost stupid amounts of money.
True. I've never seen them practice, though. Like, I've never seen my favorite NFL team practice at all. Never, not never.
They also
I was gonna say it's
Ain't
like
here.
a 3-hour drive too.
True, but I'm just saying, like,
to and fro.
it's not, like... I guess I personally feel like it's not a big deal to go see a practice. So $10. If you planning to go see the practice, you planning on spending the $10.
No, but what we're saying is like if there are people that can't
Afford
afford
it, yeah.
to spend money on going to see their team live, even if it is just $10, like this previously was an opportunity for them to do so, and now you're removing that, or you're
Yeah.
placing a barrier in front of them to be able to do that.
And that was their one
Fair
time.
enough.
to
Even
do
if it is for charity, like
they don't have it.
Fair enough.
So
still a $10 fee. It don't matter where the money
Yeah.
going.
Yeah,
so it's like I think a mix is cool.
yeah.
Give everybody, you
Mix
you
it
can
up.
raise money and then people who can still see it. Space Jam 2. We got a cast now, y'all.
Didn't they say half these motherfuckers wasn't gonna do this shit? Didn't they say Anthony Davis turned this shit down?
Can she read the list off
Jesus
first?
Christ.
Jumping the gun a little
Whose
bit.
man's?
Well, he one of them.
Well, yeah, you read the
Yeah,
list.
read the list.
So it's AD. You got Dame Lillard, Klay Thompson, Diana Taurasi. That's my baby. That was fuck with Taurasi. And Nike Agumika? Agumake. Yeah. And oh shit. Gina Agumake.
I think it's Shanae.
Chanae.
Is it Janae?
It's Chanae.
They
Janae.
both spelled different like that.
They're both spelled different, but it's pronounced
That's fair.
similar.
Yeah. So let's hear who's in.
No, they're sisters, so it's the same last name. Just one of them is misspelled.
Oh, okay. That's why I was asking. I was like, I thought they were sisters.
They are.
Okay.
Okay.
I
so
love Chanae. She filled in for Jalen for a few episodes. Jalen Jacoby.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, God, you gotta get somewhere and be on.
Well,
be
she's
her.
on Get Up a lot. She's been on the Jump
She
before.
needs her own.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, she's also a professional athlete, so she can't really.
she's also hot. She works for ESPN.
I know. I mean, I'm
So-
saying like she can't have a full time job at ESPN.
I'm talking,
like,
I'm talking about a podcast. So I need her in my ears. Like, I like her. Like, she's.
I'm just saying why it might not be feasible for her to do it.
She ain't got to do it during NBA season. I understand. Or WNBA. I understand. You know. But if your job at ESPN, you're gonna be working there anyway, baby. Go get that podcast popping off.
y'all want to see it?
Space Jam 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see it.
Yeah, just see it for the.
First of
yeah,
all, I got
yeah,
kids.
yeah.
Second, second of all, yeah. I mean,
Why not?
like that's why I don't get like people are all up
They're
and
not
on.
gonna
Just like
F it
if
up.
you don't want to see it, don't
Don't
go see it. Like
they're not gonna F it up. They're not gonna
right.
do a horrible job.
It's gonna
There's-
be. It should be a good movie.
Yeah. And it's gonna be modern. So you can't go into it thinking, oh, it's gonna
It's
be
just
like
gonna be
the
the same
classic.
thing, right?
Yeah, it's
Now,
gonna be.
I
for the
would
modern
love
days.
to hear the classic Space Jam song. I need to hear
the soundtrack.
The
That's the only thing that
like,
probably won't. That won't.
No, it's
hit
gonna be
on
some
the same
trap
level.
music. That's
Let
gonna
me-
be-
The soundtrack?
It's gonna be some trap
that
shit.
one song has everybody. I need to hear that on Space Jam 2. Like, it might be during the game, like before, like to hype everybody up.
Yeah.
That would be a cool way to end the movie, like how the Power Rangers ended their movie by the throwback with like the
yeah.
old music. So
Still
like,
haven't seen it.
it's really.
I ain't gonna lie.
I was a really, really big Power Rangers
Yeah,
fan. and
it
I
was
fuck
a
with
dope
it.
It was really like it was perfectly modern and also
Yeah.
nodding back to the Power Rangers
It
we
was
used to
dope.
And they're
love.
supposed to be bringing Tommy back for the sequel.
Tank was in the first. Oh, he was in the. Anyways, yeah, Space Jam 2. I F with it.
Forever.
I like that they had women too.
I do too. That's gonna be fun. Now
the WNBA didn't even exist when the first Space Jam came out.
yeah. And now I will say though, like Space Jam 1 is like a cult classic to me. Like it's.
Yeah.
I mean, 90s kid like Space Jam was just a special type of movie for you.
Definitely.
So like it always hold a special place. I'm not expecting 2 to be 1. I'm like going in with no expectation.
Yeah,
like,
honestly, like if you were an adult when Space Jam 1 came out, you probably looking at it like this movie is trash.
And you don't care about
because
this
like
one.
I watched it as an adult and I'm like,
it was
it's
trash.
not good. Like
Yeah, it was trash.
it hits
I had
me in
so
the,
fun.
It
So
hits
much
me
fun.
in the nostalgia button, but like other like as a movie on his face, like it's like
it was trash.
this kind of movie.
The Looney Tunes were also still
Right.
huge at
So
that time
I think
too.
that
So
yeah. So I think that for kids, like it's probably
It was-
going to
it
hit
was
them
great.
on the same level that it hits us because it's like, oh, it's LeBron and AD and Dame and Clay and DeAndre. Like
and Bugs Bunny.
it's a kids movie, so it's going to
Bugs.
appeal
Don't
to them.
forget Bugs. Looney
Bugs
Tunes
is my
was still
dude,
way
bro.
bigger.
Did we have they confirmed that it's actually like with Looney Tunes and stuff? Like, I mean, we're all making the assumption, but
Oh yeah, it has.
I would hope
Have they?
so.
Let me just, you
Bro.
just gave me a thought. I would love for like a darker NBA player, like say like the Lopez
Ron Artest?
brothers. No, like the Lopez brothers. 'Cause-
Ron Artest.
Ron and Bro-
The Morris brothers.
No, like to have like a movie like this, but it's like with a wild cartoon, like Rick and Morty. Like
What the fuck?
like it's a Rick and Morty Lopez brother. Like
Just an episode. Just use it as one episode of Rick and Morty.
cold.
nope, I got it. Colin Kaepernick and the Boondocks.
Oh, dope.
You know he probably gonna
He
be
gonna
there.
be in the new.
You know
one.
they gonna bring him
He
up in that
definitely gonna be in
motherfucker.
that motherfucker. He first episode.
Uncle
out.
Ruckus gonna be on his ass too.
You know who else was? It don't work because I don't want to say what you just said. Dame Dollar has some beef
That's
with
funny.
Marvin Bagley III. So on First Take,
The
Marvin.
day of the draft.
they were just on the day of the draft. They're just talking, and Max brings up the fact like you spit, man. Like we know Max can rap. We played Max on here before. Hey, it was perfectly '90s New York. Like it was perfect '90s New York rap, and
All about boxing.
Hit him with the 1-2 and the left hook.
make you think of okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
This is our beatbox.
right. He
fuck
just
with
asked
Max,
him if he thought he was the best, MC in the league, and he said, "Of course." And he said, "Everybody loved Dame."
He said, "Man, it's me."
He's like, "No, it's me." He goes, "Well, you should come on First Take and have like a battle. Would you be willing to do that?" And he's like, "For sure. Like it's nothing." Dame tweeted and said, "I ain't going on First Take, but if you want it, shoot." And Marvin shot. So in case you're not aware of the order, Marvin Bagley put out a song before the draft. Dame dropped his diss during the draft, and then he dropped another diss after that one when he didn't hear back from Marvin, and then Marvin responded to the last two. It's exactly Meek Mill and Drake.
For sure.
So this is gonna be our radio segment for the week. So Tim, you're gonna have a few different songs to intro.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's
on the paper.
It's on the paper for you. You're gonna need it this week.
He is for the struggle and shit in front of him.
Wait, what's the first one again?
So
MB35.
That's his rap name.
Fuck, bro.
MB35 is his rap name.
Dame Dollar.
If you are new here, the radio segment that we do every week is when we highlight music done by athletes because it's funny to us and we enjoy it. We like music. This is going to be fun. None of us have listened to these diss tracks, correct?
No.
Everybody? Okay, I put
I heard they was out here somewhere in the
It was
universe.
hard. Pause. It was difficult to refrain from listening because everybody was reacting
about
in
it.
real life, in real time, and then
Like we suffered. We missed
Right.
off. We missed the jokes
for y'all.
For y'all. Because we
You
got
know
a
that.
couple tweets like, this is going to be so tight
Yeah.
on the radio. Well, here it is.
Exactly.
So you're getting our genuine live reactions. Tim, you might want to.
I'm gonna cue them up, and then you can just go ahead and just roll them back to back to back to back.
All right.
Cool.
Yep, just let me know when to hit play.
Hold on. Okay.
Wait, you starting with?
Make sure you click the right song. No debate.
No debate. All right.
By MB, what's his name?
35.
MB35.
Okay, I'll key you up. 3, 2, 1, and we're live.
WTECK Radio 69.9 with 69 is fine. It's your boy TIMKINZD. Number 3, Mr. Give It To Me, DJ such and such. We got a battle going on today, people. Alright, we got motherfucking hair with Marvin Bagley. Alright, we got Dame Dollar dropping dimes and shit. They trying to get their shit off. So the first song up, we got MB35, who is Marvin Bagley. No debate. Followed up by Marvin by Dame Dollar.
This beat trash. What is this?
Hey, this beat cold, bro.
This beat is not cold, bro.
Hey, check me out. That's how we gonna do this.
It's a lot going on.
Shit going on in this beat.
Turn me up a little bit.
No, take it down.
Turkeys and
Look,
shit.
fresh off the plane with like 30,000 feet off the ground. Quick flight, but like, then I took some time to write my body, start to feel it, them goosebumps, yeah, I got them now. And when I hit the studio, don't want to hear not a sound. Quiet on me, duck around them corners, they hiding on me. Your boy's out of style, sound like you retired, homie. Try to count me out, man, I can't believe you try, homie. Cause I've been killing this so long, I thought I died, homie. Real talk, I'm not just talking reckless. They say the throne is for the taking, snatch it like a necklace. You want these problems, guess I gotta cross you off my checklist. I'm out just starving, man, I'm balling, eating like it's breakfast. They can't contest this, know who the best is. They all in circles, got them doing backflips. They never
He
test
warming
it,
up.
don't wanna test it. Cause I promise you might fail. My dogs, they right beside me, they train to take no L's. I'm killing, you can't tell. Got Puma stuff in the mail, the trip is mine not for sale. I'm killing, but ain't no jail. I'm smooth with it like L. I promise ain't never scared to do it. We do it right, put your fingers up in the air.
Okay.
Yeah, I promise y'all don't
Hey, that motherfucker heated up.
So stop acting like you're chillin', listen to the poetry. The words just coming out my mouth be real and they know it's me. Cause I ain't like them other rappers, it ain't hard to notice me. They be trying to show their teeth, smiling at the kid, but are they smiling when you down and out, ain't ballin' in the end? I don't think so. So I ain't really with that rah-rah. Girls be trying to holler, they shoot their shot like a drop-by. And I be thinking, why try? I'm on another level, thinking bigger, thinking better. Can you dig it like a shovel? Get it? Dig it like a shovel?
Don't do that.
Let me get back to this though. I'm finna take them where they never been. Flow is so intelligent, I got them thinking, wondering, will he change? No, I never will. Let me tell you something I never did. Fly across the border, go vacation, spit up hella bread, but not for long, that's in my plans. Talking crazy, get your mans. I don't want no drama, man. I'm out here grinding, trying to make history like Obama, man. I'll put that on my mama, man. Sorry, ma, I had to do it. They been doubting me for so long, I swear I had to prove it. All I know is put the ball in the hole and go make some music. Never stuck in the same spot, you know I stay improving. Me and the Dream Squad, you know we steady coolin'. MB3 Ad 5 coldest to ever do it. Stop playing with me, man.
And me want to freestyle on this motherfucker.
Not on that beat. Keep that beat.
You know, it's like the beat had to make its mind up.
Marvin's next.
Yep.
Marvin?
This boy didn't call my name. Amateur bars, man. Grown man bars is something you gotta deal with.
Bars.
So all that elaborated, fabricated ain't gonna equal up to this real shit. The things we do for the glitz and the glamorous. Follow backs and like pics from your camera. Was about to pass cause you still in a pamper, bruh. And I never seen Floyd spar with amateurs. So this the one and only time I'm picking up the phone. I'm the type to keep receipts until be left alone. I was raised to always keep the family feuds at home. On the set, I'm about to teach you how to set the tone. Where I'm from, big bank, take little bank. I'm a couple $100 million, this a field day. Don't respect it, it's not an issue to check it. Never really competed, but you boys getting reckless. I could tell this wasn't really what you wanted though. Should've DM'd me again, what you wanna know? Say I'm lying, I put it out for the public. Asking about my third album before the second was published. You a fan, put respect on my name and get disrespected. You in second, I'm from Oakland, a minute from getting hectic. Praying with an E and you gon' get your blessing. Your mouth done wrote a check that overdrew your checking. Look, I'm really solid like I say, so why you come for me? I got respect in both careers, moving comfortably. You ain't established in the league for one. You got potential, but this rapping is a breeze at lunch. It's easy, you a clown, so go and enjoy the circus. Knee deep in the game and you barely scratching the surface. My car dressing black whenever making a purchase. How a king come to battle, knowing the kingdom worthless, nigga. Stop playing with me, man. You
He
boys
fucked him up.
babies.
He fucked him up.
You can pause it. Wow.
Yep.
Well, damn.
I'm gonna give round one to Dame.
Exactly.
Easy money.
Wow.
Baked chicken.
That was grown man.
That was,
Grown man bars.
it was impressive.
Yeah, that was nice.
Just from beginning to end.
He just floated on that.
Like, I
motherfucker.
like,
Yeah.
like I like how he's like, I'm not even gonna dignify this with a response, but I'm gonna respond. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck with it.
this beneath me, but I got to jab you real quick just to put you back in your place.
So, WTECK Radio 69.9 with 69 is fine. Round 2. We got a response from Dame Dollar. Bye-bye.
Dame didn't respond. He just said,
shit.
hey, you ain't respond quick enough.
Back to back.
Back to back.
Well, Dame said hurry the fuck up.
I will
So we
say
got bye-bye.
Dame definitely won on the cover art. Like,
The cover art for Bye Bye is the
Him
walkout
waving
shot
away,
when he
yeah.
was waving.
Oh, that's dope.
Let's see.
And MB35. That's his response.
it's called checkmate.
It's called checkmate. I ain't know if it was his response or not either. You know,
Yeah, he
motherfucker-
responded to
Yeah, okay.
Dame. Like, Dame just went back to back like Drake.
And then, like I said, then
Let's get it, Dollar.
Yeah.
He used the beat.
Of course.
I was just gonna say.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I hope the king learned his lesson. It's a bad investment. I never crack in the moment. You made a bad assessment. Little boys get excited and make a tragic exit. I had respect for the movement, but you were sadly desperate. I ride foreigners and the same for a media family. I wasn't measuring your music, I'm measuring Grammys. But when you step into my yard, I'm apparently Stanley. I feel bad cause you a kid and I'm taking the candy. It's the kid that hit them shots that make their body drop. Versa baby getting potty trained on potty watch. Where I'm from, we never talk, you could get mollywopped. Had my shoe in high school, I know your poppy copped. Barking up the wrong tree to take a long fall. I wish you would've hit my line, I'd take a phone call. It be the ones who bark the loudest, that's the most soft. I had to strip him, I'ma send him with his clothes off. Now you naked and the whole night passing you. I would love to see them suckers that was gassing you. Oversized battery inside the back of you. The most spankings be for kids with an attitude. This ain't my style, I just do music in peace. A double-headed monster, beauty and beast. Knocking at my door, it's my duty to greet. Then I'ma sit your ass down and offer soup and some tea. Look, I promise not to give this issue no attention. Recognize when people hype you on a bogus mission. In my lane in both games and you in no position. If I'm your coach, I won't depend on you for no decisions. Clowns, this boy crazy. Shit over with.
It's funny you use this beat.
You had to.
Yeah.
Like, after when it started, I was like, you had to.
Oh, you dropped 2 tracks?
Checkmate.
Hey, somebody done gassed him up. Let me go ahead and burp this little nigga.
Oh.
Look, I've been a cold-blooded assassin. Swear I don't just put the ball in the basket. I'm from the zone, nigga, who you been asking? I said your name a couple weeks ago, you been in the casket. And now you tryna rise up, I see you faking the passion. I'm finna turn this game down to the chump change. I'm that main, or that man, or that mean. Whatever you want, nigga, I'm that clean. You dropped 2 songs, whatever that mean. You shoulda did one, them niggas was gassing. Then I ain't rocking with them folks that thought it was over. I'm finna sign with State Farm and push you out of your stroller. I run the game like PlayStation, going and pass the controller. I'm on the track with high energy, you lacking the motor, little nigga. Clown. Nah, never that. Put some respect on my shit.
You gonna bleep that, though?
You said plenty
Now I
of...
might ruffle up some feathers, but I'm just telling the truth. Without that Wayne verse, you just another nigga in the booth. Said it's just rap, but when I'm done, don't try to call the truth. Try and run it up and double up this money to the roof. Money man, I know you rich, 100 mil, that big bank and little bank stuff don't work. I understand what you was doing, you been on my nuts since Duke, and I'm a fan, that don't make sense. I think you need to find a better plan. I used to do your little 4-bar challenge every Friday, but you ain't dropped no hits, so man, I had to do it my way. My name is Dame Dollar and I'm hard. I claim that I'm better than MB3, but no, I'm not. That's clown flow. I come and snatch your bag of dimes, don't make a sound, bro. You try to bring my pops into it, let's get down, no. You really try to put me all on the spot. Man, you been quiet for some time, I think I'm making you hot. Adidas did send some days, but I thought they was whack. As soon as I opened the box, I sent them shits right back. I had to hop over the Puma, now my pockets is fat. Man, I was working and y'all know I was gonna get right back. I'm done.
Okay, young man.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay, young man.
I'll see you, sir.
I mean,
I'll see you, sir.
round 2 tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
Yeah.
I just wish his production was better.
Duh, that's what I was thinking the whole time. I'm like, who the fuck is your producers, bro?
He can flow, but his production
Yeah.
is pretty trash.
Somebody find him. Who's the A&R guy? Find some better beats.
Oh, no,
God
bro.
dang.
I was going to say, Dame got the better ear.
Yeah, but, I mean,
Okay, I fuck with it.
I do think that he struck a nerve though, because like he came back way angrier on that second one.
He put the gloves off. Like, all right,
He was probably mad because Twitter was talking about he lost. Like he went back to back on him. Like he was like, I wasn't not here because I didn't want to be here. I was doing something.
I was working. Like I got
6'2"?
Huh?
How tall
He
is
listed 6'3".
Who?
Damn.
Dame? He called him little.
Because he's 6'11".
I get it, but I'm saying like it ain't the little motherfucker, dog.
He's little to him.
Yeah.
Man, fuck that shit.
Like you little to me. Like.
Dang.
I love a fuck.
But compared to to your daughter, you ain't little.
Yeah,
You a giant.
But for now, that motherfucker gonna be taller than me.
Man.
Yeah, she is.
She definitely is.
So Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz Jr. They have their second fight scheduled. It'll take place probably in November or December.
Nah, he want his belt back. I need a rematch, bro. I want it ready. Nah.
Ruiz actually said about that, quote, I know his flaws. I can do a lot better. The only thing that he can do is just run around. He's not good at boxing.
Damn.
The rematch is going to be the same. I am going to be more prepared and more ready. People thought that I wasn't going to do anything. I was too big, too overweight. There is going to be a lot of changing. I'm going to come at a better weight this time. It's going to be a hell of a fight, end quote.
All right.
So
He's like, I'm coming to beat your ass again.
because you can't box.
Better this time.
You just run.
I just jumped in the ring, but that's why I look like that.
Have we been saying the N word?
No.
We ain't said nothing.
Marvin Bagley did.
He said
he said
a plethora.
You ain't gotta worry about Marvin.
He had a plethora.
FCC don't cover,
FCC won't let me
No,
be.
we ain't said nothing.
That's wild.
MLB.
I'm not done.
What do you see?
So, like Anthony Joshua Ruiz fight's gonna happen at the end of the year, and then also you're gonna have Deontay Wilder up against Luis Ortiz. That's a second fight for them as well. That'll probably take place in September or so. Now, if you remember the Ortiz Wilder fight, Ortiz was looking better than Wilder most of that fight, but then in the 10th round, Wilder just knocked him out, and it was done. And Ortiz kind of felt like, if I would have stayed on my feet, I would have won, which. I agree with. He was already in the 10th round. Like, it wasn't looking good for Wilder. He was looking like he couldn't go the distance. And then he knocked him out, and I was like, well, you shut me up. Are y'all excited to see any of these rematches? The Fury Wilder fight would take place, assuming Wilder wins.
Yes. That would be a good fight. Actually, I think both of them would be a good fight, honestly, because Joshua got something to prove this time. And old boy got something to prove, like saying they wasn't a fluke. So
I'm definitely going to watch it.
The question is, will he take a picture with Drake this time?
He better learn his lesson. Stay away from that motherfucker.
I mean, Toronto just won the championship. Like maybe
Drake has a championship.
Your American debut, you going to mess around with the Drake curse.
Wait. During that entire championship run, did Drake ever wear a current player's Raptors jersey?
No.
Everything he wore was throwback. He never wore a current Raptors jersey, so he never put on his team's jersey, technically.
No, technically he did. He never put on this team.
The current
This
team's jersey, so he didn't fuck this
trying
team
to say
up.
he wasn't trying to curse his
He knew it. He wore our jersey though.
He did.
He took it from Gucci.
Did he?
Remember him and Gucci did the shirt swap?
I thought that was a fake.
You know that motherfucker put that shit on.
I saw him wearing Sixer stuff, but I didn't see him wearing no Buck stuff.
Man, I know he had something. He had a sock on or something.
Come on, Doug.
Wow, Tim.
Sorry. Anyways, MLB Players of the Week. Running down Mike Trout. He actually had like a little interview about why he stayed in with the Angels, because the organization is like
they paid him the most money.
Yeah, they paid him about $431 million. Like, yeah, I stay too. But Mike Trout for the Angels is the AL Player of the Week, and Pete Alonso is the NL Player of the Week, the first baseman for the New York Mets.
So I have a question. This isn't on a rundown, but I've seen it, but I didn't look into it. What's going on with the Mets manager? Like, why do you have to apologize?
Oh shit, I missed all of that.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Because apparently they're having, like, the Mets are having beef with, like, the New York media, but I don't know enough about
It's
it.
news to me.
Okay, well, I'll look it up after we get out of here.
Tell us about it next week.
So the NBA,
wow,
the NBA awards finally happened. So we're gonna go over the winners and who we thought would win after the regular season. Do you feel anyone won who shouldn't have won? So let's go through them. Sixth Man of the Year, Lou Will.
We all said that.
We all knew.
Yeah,
that
we
was
all
gonna
said Lou
happen.
Will. Most Improved Player. I believe me and Tim said D.O.L.L.A, right?
Yep.
But
We had
Huh?
Go ahead.
Pascal Siakam. Did I say it right? Pascal Siakam?
Yeah, that's right.
Holla. I'm out here. Coach of the year, Coach Bud. I think did we all say that?
Camille didn't.
I did.
Oh, you said Doc.
And Doc looked like
Doc Rivers.
he looked like he thought what I thought. Cause
He been hoodwinked
he
and
sat there
bamboozled?
like, oh. Then he went, oh, okay.
Well, fuck y'all too. Rookie of the year, Luka won.
Easy money.
Eric said,
Yeah.
well, we both. I said?
You said co-winners.
Oh, yeah, I did say co-winners. Okay.
He went
And
straight
then Eric
Trey.
went straight Trey.
Yeah.
I did explain that was a protest vote.
Yeah.
You know,
It's on the record, though.
You woke it.
I know.
Defensive player of the year was Gobert.
I don't know how.
We all thought it was going to be honest.
Yeah.
Everybody in my
That
life.
should be honest.
Oh. He was number 2 in the league in blocks. Like, he won first. That's what I said.
That's
That's what I said.
Like, shit.
But
I get it. Like,
yeah,
Gobert's the name. Like, what Giannis does doesn't really show up on stat sheets. I get it. You have to actually watch him. Whatever.
That's what they supposed to did. That's how they making votes. The fuck?
I mean, I'm not going to disparage
can't watch
Gobert.
every-
Like,
every
honestly,
game.
yeah, he
it's the-
I ain't
it's the
gonna say
same
he
thing-
didn't deserve it.
It's the same thing with like Giannis and Harden for MVP. Like, there is no real wrong answer. They're like they do different things, and it depends on like what you value. And like you don't have to disparage one candidate to make the point for your guy.
Oh, I didn't say nothing bad about it.
I was just saying, period.
I was trying to go
saying
back. Like,
it
was
ju-
I disparaging?
Well, I mean, you like he ain't lead the league in blocks. And you
Oh,
like,
him.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was number 2.
I'm just saying that, you know what I mean? Like, both are deserving.
Number 2 ain't bad. He just ain't
It
lead.
is when you make the point that he ain't lead.
Let's move on.
That was Miles Turner. He wasn't even talked about.
But rookie of the year. I mean, I
can't
said
bet.
rookie of the year. But MVP, Giannis, of course.
What a speech. Had me
Won
crying.
MVP.
It was a good speech.
It was good to see, like hard work paying off, and like he been putting in the work, and he been like legit being better and better every year. I'm scared to see what he finna do next year, honestly.
If he get a shot.
Like, when he got up there and he started, like, watering up, I'm like, don't talk about your daddy. Don't talk about
And
your
then when
daddy.
he said
and
it,
then
I
when he
was
said
like-
his daddy, I'm like, God damn it.
That was real too. When he,
Yeah.
it's just like
That's
he's
what's
what
up,
I
though.
think about when I don't feel like doing this. Like my body hurt. I can't go. I think of my dad and it get me through. I'm like, it's real.
And he dropped some gems. Like, if you could understand
Yeah.
what he was saying, like, when he was like, his dad was saying, like, always want more, but never be greedy or something like that.
Yeah, that one, I was like, oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they saying, like, his mom, like, when you're younger, like, you can't see the future, but it's your parents' job to see the future for you, and she's always done that for me. And
That was and that was that was real too.
Yeah,
you tell he came from a Nigerian family.
Right.
Goddamn.
Like, he had strong family value. Like, that
Strong.
was dope.
They own his shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else do that? Without like actually writing it on there every game. Like everybody who buy my shoes gonna have my family on it.
Odds of one of the brothers ended up on the Bucks while he's still here.
Well, Thanasis is on the
He on the
summer
summer
league.
league team.
I feel like that can only end badly.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want it. It sounds like it'll get messy. I hope he plays well and some team picks him up.
If we ain't got the money,
We ain't got no
we might get him.
broke.
We need shooting. Let's put it that way.
Some news to note. So just gonna go through these pretty quickly. Unless you guys have something to say about it, then just feel free to stop me.
For sure.
Okay. Nick Nurse, Toronto Raptors coach, will coach Team Canada in the World Cup. Quarterback Josh McCown retired.
Cow.
Cool.
Did y'all see that video of him playing basketball, though?
No.
Josh McCown
He
could
could
hoop.
Oh,
Really?
for real?
Like, he could hoop. Like, he was dunking. Like, he was
wow.
throwing, like, Jason Williams passes.
Oh, wow.
He could hoop.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his calling.
Shit. I mean,
I didn't mind him in the league, though, honestly, as a backup. Like, if he came in as just a little backup, he was cool. I used to pick him up in Madden all the time.
He's the original Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He stay getting paid.
Stay getting paid. He'll have, like, a nice little first half of the season and be like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
We pay him for, bro.
That's what you got paid for.
Half a season.
Scooting over to baseball. Seattle traded first baseman, designated hitter Edwin.
Encarnacion.
Thank you. To the Yankees for a right-handing pitching prospect, Juan Then.
Go on then.
Oakland pitcher Frankie Montas was suspended 80 games for PEDs.
Yeah.
And Italy, Milan, is going to host the 2026 Winter Olympics. It'll be beautiful.
Milan.
That motherfucker Frankie, his ERA was low as a bitch, too. I was like, you deserve to. You cheating bastard. He had like a 2.7 ERA or some shit. Like,
Yeah,
I think he was like
having a
10-2.
He was having a career year.
Yeah, he was like, he had like 2 L's and almost 10 wins and shit. I'm like, bro, he out here balling. Like, yes, you cheating. Where the fuck this coming from? Ain't nobody project you to do this shit. Something wrong with you. What happened?
They tested him quickly.
He got the juice.
Hey, what's the scouting report on him?
See, it was like,
A-ball. Oh, no. Come here, bro.
it was like that year Eric Thames was hitting all them home runs.
Man,
They're like, you gotta be
dog.
on something.
and he was clean as a whistle.
They was testing his ass every other day. That motherfucker ain't hit that many home runs since he was testing them low. He had to slow down, bro.
He like, they own to me, goddammit.
Hey, whoever was giving to like, hey, you hot, my I got it done.
The first one of the show.
Stomping Grounds was this past weekend. Any of y'all watch?
Hell no.
I started watching it.
I ain't watch that
So the Becky Lynch match was trash.
I know you didn't.
My
Who Becky fight?
my WWE
Lacey
Network
Evans.
subscription is officially over, so
Put- It's over.
I'm out.
I was close to inviting people on Sunday, but I was like, nah.
Nah.
Well, nobody goes
Speaking of Sunday watching stuff, the NBA. I mean, I know we'll get to it, but the free agency. Y'all wanna?
The special
Yeah,
tonight?
not tonight, but on Sunday when it opens.
Is it on Sunday?
It opens on Sunday.
Yeah.
I thought the
sick.
special was tonight.
It is a
It
special
is.
time. He's talking
I'm
about
talking about
us.
like when free agency starts. Like,
Oh,
we.
okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Why not?
sorry, just took us off. Anyway, please continue.
I was watching something that took precedence over Stomping Ground on Sunday, but I can't recall what it was.
BET Awards.
Yep.
BET Awards.
Man, that was fun.
BT
And it was a
cracking,
great
though.
time.
We was on
cracking.
Twitter like a motherfucker.
Yeah, we were.
Back in the old days.
It was. That's why it was so fun. Like Twitter, like
It was cracking.
BET Awards brings back in like just old memories of being on Twitter with your friends, and the jokes is flying. And
Hey,
it's-
Offset was getting this shit off.
Dog.
I don't care no. I was like, bro, he out here dancing, bro. I was
So
like,
was he like pop blocking?
He was getting this
he
shit
was,
off.
he was
he had
on
the
that.
boring
He had like
dance,
the
man.
he had the like Chris Brown, bro. He was out
Offset
here.
Brown,
He was Offset Brown, B.
Offset Jackson. He was out there moving.
Yeah, he was getting shit off. It was
I was like,
cool,
hell
but it was
no.
fun on the
It was fun
on the Twitter.
But yeah, we had Stomping Grounds on the iPad.
Stuff
Second
around.
screen experience.
Yeah, it was actually I can't remember what I'm at the party, but the tag match was cold. I forget who it was.
Was it the first tag match?
The first tag match was cold.
That was the New Day versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
That match was cold. Whatever came after that was cold. And then I really stopped paying
The
attention.
U.S. title match, probably.
I don't
I
recall.
thought you watched it. You didn't watch it?
I only watched a little bit of it.
Oh,
I don't recall. But those two matches were good. So if y'all,
This is good radio.
Yeah.
I
if y'all
gotta
care-
watch the U.S. title match
Exactly.
because my boy, he got the belt now. Y'all
What
probably
you
know
talking
about
about?
it
You
already.
got-
With Ricochet. Ricochet!
oh, he the U.S. title?
He the U.S. champ now. So yeah, he was defending it tonight. I think he might do like an open competition kind of thing too.
yeah, Samoa Joe's going to feud with Kofi Kingston.
Oh, really?
That's
so
going to
gonna
be
take,
the next title.
That's who gonna take the title.
That's going to,
I feel
well,
like
we don't know if
every-
we're going to take
I
it.
feel like
But,
every summer, like he feuds for the title and never wins.
but that's going to be, that should be a good feud. If they build it right, that would be
Joe's
fun.
a good villain.
Joe's great.
Oh, apparently the racist dude is out for like 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, he
Lars
tore
Sullivan.
something in his
Oh,
knee,
that's
I
what
think.
happened. Fuck him.
Karma.
Exactly. God don't like ugly.
You was
So,
beating on the luchadors too much.
Dog.
Every week.
Every week. After that, he immediately went to the Luchadors.
Wow.
I was like, bro, come on, Vince. Come on.
know
Oh,
what he was
speaking
doing.
of which, the dark side of the ring. Tell Hayes. Shout out to Hayes. That shit cold.
Yeah.
We started watching the Montreal Screwjob last night. We gotta finish that tonight.
But it's
because we
cold.
ain't finished it.
What is
But
it on?
It's cold, dog.
It's on Vice.
Vice.
That shit, and it's dark too.
Hey, that's what they call it, dark
Like
side of the
I
ring?
know, but like they call it the dark side of the ring. But like honestly, like the entire production of it is like
it's dark.
it was like dark. But Jim Cornette is nice. That motherfucker cold at his job, bro.
He's also racist.
Oh,
Fuck
he
him.
is.
Just that fast.
NBA free agency.
fuck 'em.
Let's go home.
Let's
Do
get
it.
it. NBA free agency opens this Sunday. Like they move, if you remember, they moved up the start time, so it's no longer midnight on July 1st. It's now 6 p.m. on June 30th.
They like kick this shit off.
Yeah.
Like just get this shit going.
Yeah, I mean, like now you can have like primetime TV shows, and I mean, like honestly, they all talking this week anyway. They haven't been for months, so like it's already stuff is trickling out. Like today, I saw that Kristaps Porzingis is probably going to get max 5-year max from Dallas.
Yep.
Kemba is on the list for Dallas and
Boston.
Boston. And apparently LA is going after Kawhi.
Both LA teams.
Sorry, the Lakers are going after Kawhi.
Oh, good luck.
They gonna try.
I'm not confident
gonna
in that
try.
one, but good luck.
That'd be their third max slot.
They don't have
They don't
a third
have
max
it.
spot.
Damn.
They ain't gonna get it either.
Sad.
It was poor
I'll get to that later.
cap maneuvering.
Because I got some words for Laker Twitter.
Right, Palinka?
No, it's
The
Lakers fans. They wildin'. Not you. I'm just saying the ones online. Anyway,
They ain't real. Most of them.
so we'll start with you. What do you want to see the Lakers do? Like we touched on it last week, but you've had a week to think about it. You got AD. You don't have max space, but you
Not at
can
all.
possibly get to it if teams cooperate.
I jokingly say Melo, but I really do think that'll be a fit. Like, we need to do something. I feel like
he would command a
that's what
minimum
I'm saying.
contract.
Yeah. I mean, we need shooting dude.
Buckets off the
Like,
bench.
he gonna get buckets, especially if he come off the bench. He gonna have a green light.
He gonna give up a lot of points.
He's gonna
in
give
regard.
up twice as many as he's
I
going.
can take a look. I can take a few.
But
here
you got
and
Anthony Davis behind him now.
there. That's what I'm
Pause.
saying. I can take a few here and there. But I definitely do want D'Angelo Russell
D.O.L.L.A.
to come back to LA. I definitely feel like
Y'all
that'll
need,
be a
y'all need a
great
point
fit.
guard, and he would kind of fit.
Exactly. He definitely will pass first, shoot later.
Pass that shoot later.
But
Pretty sure it'll be the opposite. But
He's a Mamba system guy. Mamba mentality guy.
hey, look,
Wait,
look,
did they ever play
look where he
together?
got him.
Did he ever play with Kobe?
No, Kobe was hurt. Kobe was hurt.
But he's on a team with
He was
him.
on the team.
They
with
were on
him,
the team
yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah, but Kobe was hurt.
So then he did play with him
Yeah.
then.
Kobe
'Cause
wasn't hurt the whole time.
Kobe
'Cause he-
played his
he
last
scored
season.
60.
Oh no, he did play. Yeah, they played together.
I'm gonna double check that.
I believe he did. I don't know.
Because I don't actually
But
remember.
no, I want D'Angelo Russell, and definitely might have to call. Go ahead and call him Melo.
You sound like a Laker fan.
Like, that was the most Laker.
That was a
response ever.
super Laker.
I mean, that's just real.
What y'all need to do is take the little cap room y'all have left and
And
try
spread
to
it
fill
out.
the team.
I'm cool with that because we need. I mean, we need to fill it out. J.R. Smith.
Oh, y'all finna get all the rejects.
That's cool. J.R. Smith go shoot. That's all we need to do.
And
As long
at
as
the
you
wrong
know-
time.
As long as you know how many timeouts we got.
He don't never know.
How many seconds left on the clock?
For the-
Also,
We'll
he
be
hasn't
alright.
played in almost a year.
yeah, he probably been hooping with Melo.
Probably. And LeBron ain't, help him out.
We'll see.
Anywho, so let's go through the top free agents on the market and say where you think they should go or where you want them to go. So we'll start with the Finals MVP,
Okay.
Kawhi Leonard.
I'm
Seems
gonna-
like his short list is Toronto,
No.
one of the LA teams, possibly one of the New York teams.
No. Clippers.
I want to see him go to the Clippers.
Don't say Lakers for everybody. Like
No, I'm not that.
He
dude.
signed.
You know, I'm not
He
that
wants.
dude.
He's gonna say Clippers, but he doesn't want to.
Yeah, I do because that makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes the most sense. Shit. It makes the most sense for him to go to Clippers.
For sure.
I don't want that. I don't want that every day. I don't want that done.
Honestly, I think more than likely he'll go back to Toronto on a short-term deal. So, like, maybe sign a 1-and-1 and then go back into free agency next year if they... Because, like, Toronto is set up for, like, next year, but then beyond that, like, Lowry, Ibaka, Gasol, like, all
After
of
next
them
season.
expired. And then you can kind of see from there. Plus, like, all those dudes are kind of older, so they're more likely to fall off a cliff, whereas he could probably still go to the Clippers next summer if he wants to.
Fair enough.
By the way, D.L.L.'s rookie year was Kobe's last year.
Okay, that's what I thought. Moving on to the next K on the list, Kyrie.
Man, I don't know. I low-key
So-
want him to go back to L.A. No,
was
not back
never
to
in
L.A.
LA.
Go to L.A.
You want him to go back to
Back to
LeBron.
LeBron.
Back in LeBron's arms.
Just to give a little bit of context, like it's for like the last month, basically Kyrie to Brooklyn has been in pencil.
Yep.
That seems to have changed a little bit since KD got
pencil.
hurt because apparently they were kind of like a package deal, and the thought was that they signed Kyrie to get Kevin Durant. Mm-hmm. But now that Kevin Durant's injured, and it seems like Kyrie might be the only one coming.
Brooklyn don't know
Brooklyn's
if they
starting to
just
get
won't.
cold feet.
I don't know about you, boss.
We saw what you just did.
You ain't bringing your boy? Oh, no, I'm good.
Who all? Just you? Coming?
Who all coming?
Just you?
Nah. You ain't got nobody else?
Honestly, I don't blame Brooklyn for that. Like, I really don't.
I do think they might have fucked themselves. Like, I get that D'Angelo Russell's restricted, so they kind of have
The option to keep
the
him.
option to bring him back. But like at this point, like you've been so openly flirting with Kyrie, it's like coming back to your wife when you done had an affair.
That she know
Like,
about.
right? Like it's like,
So, that's over. I'm good.
baby, please, I'm sorry.
I didn't mean it.
I just slipped. I'm sorry.
Hold on, let me think about it.
It was there. I thought.
You see, he fell in.
Next thing I know,
I don't have any excuses. I've never been in that position.
Hey, me neither. Shit.
Anywho.
Fuck all that. I don't got no time for none of that. Hey, make sure you turn that part up. Goddammit.
So we want Clay to go?
Next K is Clay.
Did we talk about KD?
We did. I was gonna get to him.
Oh, okay. So Clay,
Okay, this,
I saw today Clay might take a meeting with the Clippers.
who do the Clippers think they are?
Somebody.
Team with money.
I was gonna say a team with the richest owner.
Somebody.
And Doc Rivers.
I wish they would change. Like, just I know that they're supposed to be like moving into their own arena at some point in the next 5 to 7 years. Like, whenever you do that, like, just change the name. Just change like, you just need to start from scratch. Like, you need to get the whole Clippers stink off of you. Like,
Because it's some bad stink.
yeah.
What if they win more than? What if they like dominate? What if they have like an epic like Western Conference final and it's LA versus LA and it's crazy?
Battle Los Angeles.
Yeah, and then like the Clippers win.
They still could change their name.
Right. Like,
And on that note, we dominated our last one. We're going to change the name, start
Something
fresh.
fresh now?
And then you still got a championship squad.
yeah, and then you can start off like, oh, we've been cold. Like, as long as we've been the Los Angeles.
We've been a winning organization
Champions.
since our inception.
We've been a winner.
That's our inception. But yeah, I think Clay stays in
Yeah.
Golden State
Yeah, he stays in Golden
but
State.
they're gonna have to give him the whole bag and a half.
as they should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You have to.
So to his teammate for now, Kevin Durant.
Kevin's so flippy floppy. That's why it's trying. Like you say this over all the time. Trying to pair him and Kyrie is just like the two most back and forth. Like there's no stability there.
So Mac posted in the group audio of what appears to be
Kyrie
Kyrie
in.
calling into a Boston sport. Have we found out if that's like real or not?
I have no
We don't
idea
know.
yet.
Because it sounded a
It
lot
sounds
like
a lot
Kyrie.
like Kyrie.
And it's not outside of the realm of possibility.
Because he about as
Yeah.
sensitive as his friend.
But anyway, back to Katie. Like, Andre Iguodala has been going on a press tour for his book, and he's been loose.
He was
Quite
on the
loose.
Breakfast Club, loose.
Quite
Yeah.
loose.
He was really loose on the Breakfast Club.
Might have fucked up his bag, but
Yeah.
you know, we can get to that later. But
He's probably drinking.
he was saying,
Because they drink on the Breakfast Club.
No, I don't think they was drinking.
no, I think he just
He was just
Just said,
got a
fuck
little
it.
too
feeling
comfortable.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
he
feeling
was
this.
Charlemagne,
You
get
know,
the shit out.
if you in front of a live mic like for too long,
The truth come out.
you would know. But he was saying that he felt pressure last year when he was injured to come back sooner than he should have from his injury, like in the finals. And he said he got understand like how Katie would feel that pressure and like how he would come back sooner rather than later. So a report came out. I think it was Rick Bucher. He was saying that Katie was pissed at the Warriors and their medical staff for basically giving them bad advice. So I don't know. It's basically what it comes down to. Like, I can see him taking the security of like a 5-year max because he's injured and recognizes his mortality. But on the same token, like, I think that he can not play this the whole entire year, maybe even have a setback and still get a max deal next summer just because he's Kevin Durant. And like the upside of him coming back to form is worth whatever you got to invest into
He
it.
declined his player option already, didn't he?
I don't know if he has officially, but he's going to.
I know Kawhi did.
Before I heard the news, that report that came out that he's apparently unhappy with the Warriors medical staff, I thought for sure he was coming back. Like they're just going to cash out on Clay and KD and run it back. They'll take this year, retool, come back. But when I heard this, I was like, we know how finicky KD can be.
Yeah.
And I don't blame any player if they don't trust their medical staff to want to go somewhere else. Like that's a very important relationship.
Kawhi Leonard.
Exactly.
San
So
Antonio.
I don't fault any player for that. So I actually think he is going to leave. But I don't know if he's going to go to the Knicks or the Nets.
What if Boston tries to do a sign and trade?
I think
That's
Boston
something
can,
within that realm.
I think Boston can get to max space like without having to do a sign and trade. Like they have to renounce certain people. Like
Terry Rozier.
yeah, Rozier specifically.
I think he
But
was like $17 million on the cap or something like that.
let's just say they have a pathway to max space if they need it.
To get him if they wanted to. Like Boston could sneak in there.
I don't see him wanting to go to Boston. Like
He
I think
doesn't
that's
wanna
the
go to
issue
Boston.
with Boston. Like they made all these grand plans thinking that people will come because they built up this infrastructure. But I think that
It's still Boston.
within the league, like Boston's reputation, even if like the organization is okay, which I have questions about, like it's still like living in Boston, like the stigma of it, like with black athletes, essentially.
Facts.
Fair enough.
Do we want to go through everybody? Well, we still got Kemba. So Kemba Walker,
The market for Kemba heating up.
because
I don't think he expected that.
I think he's the most gettable though.
Because you can get him for less than the max.
Yeah.
Dallas
No,
really want him.
I don't think so. I think that anybody that steals him from Charlotte has to give him a max. I think Charlotte will have to give him like the super max to keep him. Is what it seems like.
Dallas will look good though if with a healthy
Dallas
Porzingis
really wants him.
and Luka.
And Kemba?
That'd be cold.
And Porzingis, if
Yeah, that's what I'm
Porzingis
saying. If he
returns
stay
to
healthy,
form,
that'd be
They
cold.
traded away
my
Dennis Smith.
God,
That'd be cold.
my God, that would be something.
That would be. That'd be cold.
Then they just need wings.
Yeah, off the bench.
Damn. That'd be cold. That'd be.
I kind of want Kemba to go to Dallas now. I kind of like how that sounds.
That'd definitely be nice.
Sure, go out west.
I mean, my initial Kemba was I like to see him in with the Pacers. I think him and Oladipo would be a fun backcourt. But hearing that Dallas thing just got me all riled up.
The last K on the list is Chris Middleton.
Milwaukee.
He opted out of his contract, which was expected. Woj then reported that he is seeking a full max from the Bucks, and if he goes anywhere else, he expects a full max from that team. So he's like, run me all my coins.
Well, like we told everybody.
Yeah.
If we don't give it to him, somebody else will.
Definitely don't blame him.
Like, I wonder if there's like middle ground in there for the Bucks to kind of not give him like full 5 years, 190, roughly.
We'll give you the security.
But like
just a little
they
cash.
can give him a 5
5
year
years.
that other people can't, and they can still give him
More than he could get.
more than he can get elsewhere.
just give him more than what he would get as a max somewhere else.
Correct.
With the 5th year, but not the actual max. Not the.
I mean, like honestly, if they gave him a 4-year max to stay here, they can offer larger raises, so it will still be more like
Lucrative.
annually. Yeah. So,
I think Chris stays. I sigh so deeply because I don't know why sometimes I engage with some of you people. I should have known better.
There's people saying Chris Middleton a bum.
Here's the thing with free agency, it's not even about what you're worth, which in itself is a really weird thing for us to quantify in that way.
Yeah.
But it's about what you can leverage. And Chris Middleton has all of the leverage. Your superstar player who you need to try to convince to sign a supermax next offseason loves playing with me. Loves me. And on court, in the locker room, like, we are cool. I think signing me would make him happy. That's one check. 2, who would you get to replace me? Because
That's the argument.
these other free agents, I mean, they not coming here. Clay gonna probably stay in Golden State, or he gonna stay in California.
Yeah.
Like, what wing is gonna replace me?
Yeah.
Give you 18-6 and be cool with being the B star every night.
Harrison Barnes.
Chill out.
The guy I argued with on Facebook actually said that. And I wanted to bomb it.
That's why I threw it out there.
gross.
Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, that's what he said. Harrison Barnes.
He said
I
Harrison Barnes.
just looked. I was like, oh.
Chill out.
And he wouldn't even be cheap.
Wait, so his argument is that Harrison Barnes is better than Chris Middleton?
named
Wait. So is it that he's better than Chris Middleton, or that
He would rather-
come cheaper, so he would rather have him at whatever number you can get him at versus the max?
He's saying that he would replace him with him and get the same production for less money.
Yeah,
That's what the argument
that's
was.
what he was saying.
People don't watch
Harrison
basketball. Like I'm
Barnes.
convinced. Like they see names, but
And
they don't
think-
watch.
yeah.
They don't watch basketball.
Like Chris, that's why I was like, a lot of things Chris does well too isn't like in the stat
On
sheet.
stats.
Like, he makes the right reads. He's a playmaker.
He's guarding the best guy.
He's
the best
guarding.
wing
Yeah, like, he's not a slouch on defense.
at all.
And he actually does do stuff that shows up in the stat sheet. Like he's a very good rebounder for his position.
Yeah,
I think he's
he
like
shoots
second
at
or
a high
third.
clip.
Second or third on the team in assists. Like he gets steals, he shoots.
That's what I was
like
arguing.
he's honestly like their only really good shooter. To be quite honest, like high volume at least.
Yeah,
And he don't give a fuck. He be pulling. He will pull up on somebody.
I wish he would pull more. Honestly,
More
Like
threes.
he's a little too judicious.
This was his first year where he started kind of getting a little bit more aggressive with it. I need more next year.
Like I need that play green light.
And like the way people hate Chris Middleton, like the moment he resigns, I might buy a Chris Middleton jersey just on principle.
I wish he had a better number though. 22 kind of ugly. But no, I agree wholeheartedly with everything that you said. I also think that he will be back. I think they'll be able to find some type of middle ground. Like I don't think he'll get the full boat, but he also took a pay cut the last time he was a free agent. So like I think that they'll make good on it. Like the Bucks are about being a top tier organization, and that means that you got to take care of your players.
Yeah.
New Orleans still got money.
They do.
They can definitely like.
I think they might be the team that fucks us up with
Brogdon.
No, Brook Lopez.
Oh.
Because think about it, like Zion isn't Giannis, but like he has the same shortcomings that Giannis does. So pairing him with a big that can shoot and protect the rim.
Vucevic is out there still too. He can't shoot as well as Brook, but Vucevic
doesn't defend at all.
He's gotten better.
That's like
I get it.
Low bar.
But he's still getting 22 and 10.
And he's getting like twice as much as Brook is probably going to get.
Younger, more
Vucevic-
expensive.
Like I said, they got money though, and he's a little younger.
So you would overpay for the positional fits, what you're saying?
Yeah, just I mean,
You're
you
saying
have
like for
you
New
have that
Orleans,
for New Orleans,
you would get
for
Vucevic
New
over
Orleans,
Brook.
I would definitely go after Vucevic.
Yeah, I mean,
Because he's a vet technically now. You're still going to get, like I said, 22 and 10 or 22
Y'all
and
saw
12
that,
from him.
that Jimmy Butler wants to try to get to Houston, or Houston's interested.
Houston's
They
trying
want
to
to do
get
a
him.
sign and trade.
How?
They want to try to convince Philly that
Chris Paul's worth it.
no, they're trying to convince Philly that Jimmy will leave for nothing, so you might as well trade him here and get something.
Yeah.
But they want to keep Chris Paul, James Harden, and then bring in Jimmy.
What? That's gonna be fucking.
Who was I listening to? I was listening to somebody. It was like, so the problem with that is not that they can't ball. But there was already friction when Chris Paul standing around in the corner looking at James Harden dribbling. He's like, now you expect Jimmy Butler to stand there with Chris Paul to watch him dribble.
Facts.
That's not finna work.
Jimmy knows.
Hey,
That's not finna work.
There is
not
something
going.
to be said about steering into the skid. Like sometimes you got to zag when everybody else zig. So if you have a problem and you know, like you can introduce like a chaotic thing and it might just work. Like it might be crazy enough to work.
It's too
is
much.
what I'm trying to say.
It's too many
I know.
A's.
Like, I think they'll be fighting before training camp is over. But I'm just saying, like it could be crazy enough. Like you have the 3 stars and you can find some way to work it around them. I think the issue that Houston's going to keep coming back to is Chris Paul is declining.
And he
rapidly.
makes so much money.
All the monies.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So like he would have been doing him a favor if he had actually requested a trade, which he didn't.
So there you have it.
Fair enough.
All right, so I'm not gonna go through this whole list. Anybody else you want to talk about?
Nope.
You already said you want D.O.L.L.A in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
You said you want Vucevic in New Orleans. Al Horford. Apparently Dallas is hot over him, but like I guess if it comes down to Kimba or Horford, like I would rather have Kimba.
Yeah.
Now, if you want New Orleans to spend some money on a center,
Horford.
get you some Al Horford. Get you a nice, steady vet.
I feel like he's too old. Like
But he could teach. Man,
But he still hit that mid-range jumper.
he's
too.
still productive enough.
he is, but I don't understand. Like everybody outside of Drew, like everybody is like below 23. Like
He's just going for the check. I'm saying if they want to overpay somebody,
I get you.
overpay Al Horford.
I'm just saying by the time that they're ready to like start making the playoffs and making runs, like
He gonna be old.
he gonna be 37 years old.
How you feel about Rashawn Holmes?
We ain't got time.
Why'd you go all the way down? Like you
No,
skipped
'cause
like
I'm-
5 whole tiers.
I know because we ain't got no money.
Oh, as a Bucks?
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't.
he's a
thought about
wing.
that far. He's
Really
a
good
big.
defensive player.
He's a big. He's not.
Well,
Wing.
yeah,
He's a center. Like,
he's a good
literally.
def-
He's only a center.
he's a good defensive player.
But anyway, so I had some thoughts and I was gonna write a whole piece, but I didn't have time. Basically, what it comes down to is I feel like this is the most pivotal summer in the NBA since at least 2010, if not since Jordan retired. To
I
be
would agree
honest,
with
like
that.
the list of free agents that I just read down, like is enough. Like there are so many that are in play that they can shift like the balance of power in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Like any one of them can shift the power in the league. Couple that with the fact that the Warriors are poised for a down year. Like there is no dominant team that's just like you know,
The
we
sure
got to
winner.
beat them. Like, so you're gonna have like at least 8 to 10 teams that feel like, oh man, this is our year to make a run.
Denver.
I said 8 to 10.
I know, but I'm just thinking Denver. They was number 2 in the West last season.
They're included in the 8 to 10. Add that to the fact that you have like kind of the KD, Steph, Harden, like that whole generation, like that's basically like our age. Like they're starting to kind of move into like that late prime, post prime, like that era of their.
yeah.
So
They're
like now you have
transitioning out.
right. So like now, honestly, I feel like there's like a nice little chunk in between, like the 30-year-olds and then like the Giannis and AD age, where like we're missing like like I feel like we're missing a whole generation of stars in there because I feel like, you know, Derrick Rose got hurt and like
He's our age too.
oh yeah, I guess so. But anyway, like I just feel like now we're gonna start shifting towards like the younger guys. Like it's starting with Giannis being named MVP this year. Like AD is moving into whatever he's gonna do,
I
and
guess you got Kawhi.
Yeah,
Kawhi's a little
27.
bit, yeah, I guess he's in the middle of there. But
You
yeah, I
still
just
got
feel like
Kyrie, too.
we're kind of shifting toward like the LeBron era has pretty much come to an end. No offense, but like as him being like, I mean, I'm saying though,
Yeah,
like,
no,
like
as him
the
being
guy.
like the guy in the league, like
Yeah,
now
yeah.
the throne is open, like. So even on a team level, on an individual level, like people are going for theirs now. So like I feel like now is the time for like people to make their moves. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I feel
So like I feel like we're moved like we're in the middle of that moment, and like we'll look at things like 2 years from like damn, like everything changed.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. To be quite
It should be
honest.
fun.
it's
I
gonna
can't
be a lot
wait.
of new faces.
It's gonna be a great summer.
And one final thought that I had, which I don't think will come to fruition now, but when Clay went down, basically, and it looked like KD and Clay will be out for the entirety of next season, it's like, honestly, if I was Golden State, I might tank. Like, I would, before getting AD, like, I would have traded Draymond to L.A., because, you know, he's a clutch client now, and, like, LeBron probably wants him there. You trade him right in the cap space. You kind of put Steph on ice for a year, get you a nice little draft pick, come back up like when you're ready. Because like once Clay and KD are healthy, come right back up to the top, and you're set up for the future.
Yeah.
Like now, I think they're just gonna run it out, and like we'll see. But I feel like they're about to run Steph into the ground because
He's gonna have to play some minutes.
He's gonna have to
Yeah.
play a lot of minutes.
Let's move on to blow the whistle because we already been here longer than I expected.
Shit, me too.
Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.
All right, I'm gonna keep it brief. My blow the whistle this week is on Lakers and Rockets fans. I'll start with the Rockets fans, and actually that's also the Rockets organization.
Yep.
Right after
F them.
right after the NBA awards went off, they sent out a nice little tweet thread, said congratulations to Giannis for winning the MVP, but we respectfully disagree, and then proceeded to list all of James Harden's accomplishments for the season.
And some old accomplishments, like
Yeah.
from 2014 through now. I was like, what? How'd you pull that?
They went digging.
Salty face.
But that is indicative of the rest of their fan base because they are salty as fuck about Giannis winning MVP over Harden.
Yep.
And like it stems from the year that Westbrook won the MVP over Harden because their argument then was that
Wins should matter more.
Yeah, wins should matter more than statistical outliers, basically. And I think that I argued at the time, like I would have voted for Harden because like he was basically
did say
doing the
that.
same thing that Russ was doing on a better team, and his numbers were like slightly less, but
Yeah.
in certain, like he just didn't hit the thresholds for a triple double, but he was close in all three categories, basically.
Well, we've been doing this for a long time because we had this conversation.
Yeah. So like I agree with them. Like he got robbed in 2017.
Yeah.
Like that's facts. But also that doesn't apply to this year. Like it's not like Giannis's whole not criteria, but like his whole candidacy is based on the fact that the Bucks won 60 games. Is that he coupled that with a historic season?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Harden scored a bunch of points. Whoop-de-fuck. You know what I mean? Like, not whoop-de-doo, but like, yeah, that's great. But like, also, Giannis was historic in these like other categories. And if y'all are all about like analytics and shit, like you should know like
it's
the
easy
advanced,
money.
yeah, like the advanced analytics actually lend to they both have like a really strong case. So, you know, it's really a toss-up. And the fact that both of them got all the first and second place votes kind of shows you that, yeah, these two were clearly above and beyond the other two. I mean, anybody else. So, like it came down to preference because it's a subjective award. But it's basketball isn't played on spreadsheets. So like the fact that they look at it like, well, he had the numbers and I can show you on these charts and graphs, and like it's the same shit like where they did, like it came out like right before the playoffs that they sent a memo to the NBA about like how they should have won Game 7 against the Warriors last year because of these 6 calls and the referees cost so much. It's like you still got to roll out, you still got to play. Right. So like now I feel like they're the mythical champions of 2018, and like it's gonna go right next to James Harden's mythical 2019 MVP award to go next to his 2017 award. They should like it's just like get out your feelings, get out your chest body.
There you go.
Chest body.
The chest of the body.
Big chest.
Fuck the Rockets and their fan base, and then also Lakers fans, like y'all went full MAGA, like basically now they've created this. I don't even know what to say. Like, they've created this false reality where, like, Woj isn't a credible reporter.
What kind of shit?
They're mad because, apparently, like, of all the reporting that's going around the trade about, like, how the Lakers can't open up max cap room. And, like, I haven't actually nailed down, like, what their problem is because, like, part of it is that they, as reported, like, the Lakers cannot open up max cap room. Like, the only way they could is if they waited till July 30th. But because of like all the moving parts that go along with like free agency and all that other stuff, like there's no way that was going to happen. So they would have to find a way to get off of Kuzma, Wagner, and Bonga basically to open up max cap space. And like their argument is that like we can do it, like it's feasible, but it's like it's not what was reported. So they're ESPN is only reacting to the trade as the parameters are laid out like currently.
I thought because they added. The Hawks, not the Hawks.
Yeah, it was that basically solidified it that they can't do.
Oh, I thought that
can't
it
wait.
up.
No, they can't wait because like the Hawks need to make that trade like right away because they have other things that are contingent upon that.
I thought them adding. See, I thought I saw something that said because they added the Hawks that opened up their pathway for the max contract. Before that, they did not have a way outside of getting rid of them contracts.
No, they just need to find a different team to take on the rest of it. Anyway, we're
ain't gonna happen.
We're getting way off the thing, but like basically like Ramona Shelburne was like. People in the Lakers didn't realize that they weren't going to have max cap space when they made the trade. Like now they're scrambling to try to fix it, basically, and like they're blushing back and that, like so they're just like fully like we don't trust the media. Like they have this whole thing against the Lakers. Like first of all, the Lakers are like the most favorably covered team. Like they are a shitty run franchise that hasn't won shit in like the last 6 years. Yet they're always leading Sports Center. They're always like, oh, who can the Lakers get? The Lakers can bring this guy. Like fucking Kawhi Leonard just today. Like there's no reason that they should be getting a meeting with them, but they're the Lakers, so they're going to. So, like, you can't, like, try to play the victim when you're...
Causing the shit.
Not even... Well, yeah, they're fair enough. But I mean, I'm saying, like, as fans, like, they can't really play the victim because they're a very blessed franchise, to be quite honest. And, like, they're covered more than favorably when it comes down to it. But I feel like Jeannie Buss is kind of leading that train, too. She
owns some train. I don't know where it's going, but she owns some other stuff.
Some other people rode that train, but...
All right, take top 5.
5, 4, 3,
2,
1. Tech Top 5.
Last week's Tech Top 5, we went over NBA final performances, but Ken didn't post the poll?
Yeah, I swear I thought I did. My bad, y'all.
Just like you thought you've been talking all day?
I haven't.
You look like you just woke up.
I'm exhausted. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
But yeah, we didn't have one, but it was a good one last week. Okay, this week we're doing best summer blockbusters. Now, if you're not familiar with blockbusters and whatnot, they started in 75 with Jaws.
Jaws
was the first one. You know, summer blockbusters are like first weekend in May through, was it Labor Day or something like that?
I believe so.
Yeah.
It's the end of July, but yeah.
Somewhere around there. So, we're going to do top 5 all time summer blockbusters.
Do it.
Tim?
I feel like I'm forgetting something here, but we'll see. Number 5, I got Iron Man. Tony Stark. Number 4, I got Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2.
That came out summer?
Yes,
it did. It was technically a summer blockbuster.
Number 3, I got Dark Knight. Number 2, I got Finding Nemo.
That
movie was huge.
It's a great movie.
Huge.
It's a great movie. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And I got The Avengers at number 1.
You really did miss some things here.
I know I
probably
missed a
did too,
lot
'cause
too.
I got a couple
Yeah,
of
I
them.
missed a lot. I already know.
Interesting.
Because I didn't look it up. 5, I've got Independence Day.
Yep.
Solid.
4, I've got Jaws.
Jaws.
3, The Avengers. 2, Terminator T2.
Okay.
Number 1, I got The Dark Knight.
Okay.
For sure.
Interesting.
Salad.
I want to give a quick shout out to Jurassic Park. Your honorable mention. Sorry, dog. I wanted you. Couldn't have you. Number 5. I went with Jaws because it started, this whole thing. And that's like, that music is iconic. Like, it's an iconic movie.
I do it every time I'm in the water.
Number 4, I went with The Avengers. Just like the first super big superhero smash, box office smash. And number 3, I got The Dark Knight because that was a box office smash in a different way. Like, Heath Ledger was just otherworldly. Yeah, iconic. Number 2, I got The Lion King.
That was in the summer?
I mean, another iconic.
No, yeah.
Number 1, I got Star Wars 4,
Oh, no, I didn't forget about
which
Star Wars.
is
I've seen it.
A New Hope. Which is the first one. They came out weird. If you're not familiar with Star Wars...
No. Yeah, I understand.
For the
Because I got a
listeners,
Star Wars on there, too.
If you're not familiar with Star Wars, it
it
started in 1977. The first one was called Star Wars A New Hope.
Yeah.
Well, it was called Star Wars, and then they
That's
went
right.
back and renamed
They renamed
it.
it because
Yeah.
then after
They
the
had the
first 3 were
prequels.
done, they added the prequels, which became episodes 1, 2, and 3, although they came out after.
Yeah.
It was all weird.
And now, what?
Where they at?
And now we're at
7,
7, 8, 9 now.
9 is
And they're
about to come
done
out
now,
next year.
right? No,
They
they're
said
done.
they done.
Oh.
We'll see.
I haven't
But
seen
that
none
first
of them.
Star Wars movie, I mean,
Yeah.
it's undeniable.
a monster.
I'm not even a big Star Wars fan, but that's undeniable.
See, I wish I would have looked up like release dates because I swore that like all like Star Wars they like the Christmas time.
That
They
was
started
the
to.
newer
The
ones.
newer
did.
ones
Yeah,
did. The
all
older
newer
ones came
did.
out in the summer.
Yeah, all the older ones. Yeah.
Man,
That's
that's
what I
what to
got.
be with you.
Number 5, I have Independence Day. Number 4, I have Star Wars. I thought Phantom Menace that came out in the summer. I thought, but I don't know when. I know it came out like 99.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, that was one of the new ones.
Yeah. So
It's trash.
Yeah,
it was trash. as
big
shit.
trash.
Number 3, Jurassic. I had Jurassic World
Okay.
because that was a
the
dope
newer
one.
one.
Yeah,
It's
the
the
newer
newer
one. Number 2, Dark Knight. Number 1, the original Avengers. 2012.
Interesting. Also, just want to shout out a couple movies that I put on my list, but they just couldn't make it. E.T.,
Phone home.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters,
Who you gonna call?
the Ghosts.
Indiana Jones, the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Fuck with Indiana Jones.
You didn't for Indiana Jones?
Not like that. No.
I did.
Man,
I ain't like the Chinese one, but the other two I like.
Alien, Back to the Future, Die Hard, and Pirates of the Caribbean. The very first one. Black
Fuck
Friday.
with those.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
I think so.
Everybody named Mama keeps
Yeah,
saying it.
I thought it
is.
was a Christmas movie.
It takes place
It
on
takes place
Christmas.
on Christmas.
And the only reason he was there was because it was Christmas.
Yeah, I said it's a Christmas movie.
Even though it came out in midsummer.
It did, but hey. Christmas in July. That's the show this week. Hope y'all enjoyed. Is next week a holiday episode?
I believe it is. Yes, it is.
We gotta have a draft.
We have to have a draft. So if y'all have any draft ideas for the Tech Top 5 next week, let us know before the show so we can prepare. Bars.
Well, no, y'all ain't gonna like it.
I'm Camille, the point guard of the crew. You can catch me
Wait a minute.
on Twitter, Instagram, and the Snappiest of chats at Camille Monet, CamilleMonae, because
Your mom is fancy.
amen, brother.
Bucks Burner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Goddamn right.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram, KHarris216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, Tim KINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me.
Ass eat 'em.
It's been a wild ride. It's been fun.
It's been a hot ride.
Till next week, my friends.
How does the Dickens in here?
Dilly dilly.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.